is best in life?
The open steppe, free falls, falcons at your wrist, and wind in your hair.
Wrong! Conan, what is best in life?
To crush your enemies, destroy other lands, and to cast Gurmag Inglar for 1 mana.
That is good.
Hello, it's Friday, and I'm back to playing one of my old favorites. It can be a beast, it can suck, it can do all these things. One thing it's really good at doing is blowing up lands, so long as we see them. Hello, I'm Deluxekoff. Here's Propaganda. It's Friday. We're having a good old time, hopefully. And today we're going to be trying this out. It's been a while since Mono Black Land Destruction's seen any sort of ranks. I've tried it 3 times this week. I've got 2 3-2s and 1 2-3. The benefits, though, are that this has been beating a lot of the bullies on the block, pun intended, and tribe and such, but it's been losing to like a lot of Rakdos discard and random stuff. As you can see, we have 4 Crypt Rats main, so it's really good against swarm strategies that are all the norm right now, including elves. So, Olesh in the house, Sir Razamon, good to see you guys. Got a cool little new commercial after the first break. Not a commercial, I should say. We've taken our family... has taken to spending our evenings in front of the TV with the TV off or the cable off, however you want to call it. And what we do is we fire up the little tablets on a whatever device that you can draw with. And we just, you know, play charades on the big screen. And it sounds cheesy, but it's a really great way to reconnect with your kids, and especially if they're teenagers and such. And so we've been having a lot of fun doing that. So it comes and goes, but my youngest loves to play magic charades, and we had this preset card frame, and we start drawing something, and you know, your fingers are all sausage like, and it's really hard to draw anything remotely accurate, even if you're a good artist. And then at the end, you put we can't use any words, but we'll put the power and toughness and like the casting cost, and then usually somebody gets it. So I've got a little like homage to my son, who's done some really cool little drawings. Sometimes they take way too long. It completely kills the cadence of the outing, but anyway. Yeah, so there we go. All right, so we've got 13 swamps in this, 4 peat bogs and 3 bogs. 3 bogs seems like a lot. I ran 1, then I ran 2, and there's just so much graveyard right now, and I didn't want to have dedicated anything else to it other than lands. I was really happy at the 21 landmark, but this does tend to flood, and without any sort of faithless looting effect and leaning on retrace, which I would love to do, but it just doesn't quite feel right in this build, in this metagame. I'm just cutting it to 20. A lot of lists that have 5-0'd way in the past have, with land destruction in black anyway, have gone as low as 19, I believe. The 4 rituals kind of make up for that. 20 plus 4 feels like 24, if in theory it's right, but you know, reality, a lot of times you can be one short with a lot of these coming to play tap. We're willing to risk that, I am anyway. So what are the dead dogs? I'm a real dead dog to burn and affinity. Those are the 2 top. I shouldn't even say that because as we all know, I have some sort of a preordained ability to cast who is going to be our first round or 2 opponent, and if it's burn or a tog, we know that my ability is keeping up with the Joneses. So that being said, that's why I've run 4 dead weights. Believe it or not, there's so many anglers in the format too. This isn't really ever dead because you can turn their big old angler into a 3/3, and then they have to have answers there. It's a cheesy answer, but hey, it can keep you alive a lot longer. And what doesn't it kill on turn 1 through whatever? So really good against tribe too. Been having some revenge against Helutech lately, thank God. Anyway, so we've got 4 dead weights and 4 chainers as our removal package. Chainers I really had to lean on, all 4 of them for all the anglers in the format. Ritual, old school artwork there. Sign in Blood, we've got 4 Crypt Rats. We love seeing elves usually beat it. I was running Vampiric Link main for a while as a way to just put it on other anglers, buy yourself some time, gain like 30 life with every Crypt Rats activation. I moved it to the sideboard, got a little worse against aggro burn decks, but in the meantime, I think getting a little bit more consistent. 4 Choking Sands, 4 Ice Quakes, 4 Rancid should come as no surprise. A lot of times against Swarming Strategies, or even Delver, I'll cut Icequake and Choking Sands all together and lean on both Rancid Earth and Befoul. If it comes up, cool. If they keep a low land count, cool. If not, they serve double duty, being able to kill creatures and the threshold bonus of Rancid Earth, and 4 Gurmag Angler. So we've only got 8 critters main, but that's usually been enough. This is the card I wanted to talk about. It's not in the deck. I really wanted to put it in the deck. I always felt like, I don't know, just what's the word? I felt non-spiky. I just felt like, but every time I drew it, I really liked it in casual games and such. And I even thought of trying out a version casually. I'm not going to play it in a tournament, but where I maybe even have 2 of these main. Once this is out, it's just awesome because you prevent that flood. Or let's say your opponent is flooded. It's game 2 or 3. They know they're up against land destruction. They're keeping land heavy hands. You need a land, you draw like maybe a Befoul, you go throw it on the bottom, and hopefully you're that much closer to a land. I'm not playing it today. I think it's pretty valid though. I admit it looks janky, probably is, but boy, once it's out and you start activating it, it really pays a lot of dividends there. So our sideboard is just Captain Holy Crap Discard. Little Fight took to probably some much delight and probably butchering me. I'd say, what, 12 games in a row, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 with Burn. I just can't get a win off Burn. But instead of focusing on that, I'm going to try to lean a little more heavy. I used to only run 8 Duress effects in the Duress and Distress, but I went to Wretch Mind, and I love Wretch Mind in this build. Normally, Wretch Mind's a good card. Big deal. Everybody knows that. But in a mono black shell, it's really good because what do people tend to hoard if they're worried about discard? They want to discard lands mid to late game, but you can't do that against a land destruction deck. So it feels like it's making them discard a little bit more than 2 sometimes. It feels pretty deluxe. And 3 Vampiric Links, so it's 4, 4, 4, just for sheer, if we go up against control, burn, etc. This is awfully good against a Tog too, being able to rip it and act as creature removal that Duress can't. But the Vampiric Links, and if we're up against maybe RDW or Goblins or something, we need to get life back. You wipe the board with Crypt Rats and Vampiric Link, and boom. Cartouche is a nice option. It costs 3 times as much, and we don't have many creatures to throw it upon, so I want to lean on a low mana curve, being that normally the reason this is in here is because Crypt Rats activation, and then you're saving 2 activations, which can lead up to like 18 life or something like that. So anyway, Mr. Carey in the house, Shahrazamon Little Fights joining us. Thank you everybody for joining this old man on Propaganda. We're going to go on over to see what we can see, and I'm not going to have delusions. We're not going to 5-0 with this list unless we run real lucky and, hit all of our stuff. But in the meantime, you got to play what you like. I got a refund on the challenge. That was cool because my second round opponent, I went in with a win and my sideboard didn't show up and I lost. I think I would have lost even without it. And it got me thinking. I've taught myself this lesson so many times. You got to play what you want to play that day. I went in going like, damn it, I'll top 8 again with Bully, no problem, boom. And I just had this 0 mindset, and it's like, you know what, I looked at, like, not to throw him under the bus, I've always said he's a great player, but like, Mezzle or like Helutech, there's really, really awesome players that, everyone, every few tournaments you look at it, boom, they crash burn too. So I was like, you know what, I've got to play what you like, because it's no guarantee you can bring Delver, whatever. You might run into just a wall of hate and 0-3 drops. So in the spirit of that, I'm doing this. All right, well, if we know we're going to draw into a swamp here, this is kind of cool. We're going second, and we've got the ritual. I would really like to see a Sign in Blood here. Yes, Mono Black Nimchimsky. Yeah. Well, here we are already. Let's live dangerously. I'll keep. We got Double Edict and a Bog, 1 swamp, and we're good to go. Hopefully we don't see a swamp. And it looks like we're up against some sort of elves. Hopefully it's not land destruction with the 1-line keep here. We'll see. And it might be, oh my goodness, look at this. All right, well, I don't have much of a choice here. I still got a turn to draw into a swamp. We'll see what we can see. Let me kill the real estate here a little bit. Give it a little bit better aesthetic picture. Yeah, you know what, Mr. Carey, it's been fun. People, they daze you, they foil, and that all kind of plays into your plan in theory, and it does often work. But if we get if he's playing land destruction here, this will be over real quick because we've only got the 1 answer. Unless we draw no swamp, then we've got plenty. But if this is a Moldovi Acid Moss, he's on the same theory that I am. Okay, well, an early Gnarlid, interesting. I'm a little worried that this... Come on, swamp. All right, well, we've got answers there. Let's go like, let's see, we could Choking Sands. Boy, I could just go all out here, huh? That'd be pretty crazy. 5, 7, why not? Right, that's 5, that pays for double that. Then we can do this and just completely clean up the board. It's outrageous draw, but we'll take it. Blow this up. 1, 2. Kill that. We can put dead weight on. Maybe we'll put it on this. And then we'll, oopsie. Damn it, I forgot about that. Well, let's see if he ditches it. I forgot. Mini punt. Dead weight equals bonus for Gnarlid. What the hell? All right, well, he still lost it. Screw it, let's go all out. I'm going to eviscerate this board. Ha-ha! And bye-bye graveyard. Okay, well, we're hellbent. It felt good. It probably wasn't that good, but hell with it. Note to self. Dead weight's an enchantment. It doesn't kill instantly. It looks for the bonus first. Come on, be stuck. All right. Well, land destruction or a swamp would be nice. All right, we'll just go all in here. Hopefully we draw into a swamp and a... This is very common even when I do run 21 lands with this build. That Peat Bog's awesome acceleration, but so often you can just be kind of stuck. But hopefully, thankfully, our opponent's stuck too. We want to either draw into another swamp or a Sign the Blood, and then we should be feeling okay here. I'm not even sure what to call this yet. I really expect we're going to see some fellow land destruction too. So, all right, this is good. Now, I cut 1 land, then I cut 2 and swapped it for a bog, going from 21 to 20. I hope it pays some dividends here, and we just maybe draw an insurance policy, and like Rancid Earth would be a really good top deck here. Obviously Angler. Not another swamp. I'm going to just keep going hellbent here. It's a nice position to be in, except that we're hellbent. Let's see. Okay, I cut a land. Let's stop doing this deck, please. I never find rogue decks if I want to get into friendlies. Oh, yeah. It's... Like I said, I've had a lot this week where I'll go up like 3-0 and I'm like, okay, this is going to be the run where I 5-0 with Mono Black finally. And then I'll run into 2 rogue decks, like, and I'm calling like the new Rakdos deck rogue and stuff. They're super close. The good news is with this build so far, I haven't had really any 0-2 losses. They've all been pretty damn close, but we're getting some nice intel until our Angler shows up, and then we can drop the hammer. Some builds have ran only 3 Anglers. I think 4 is so optimal. You really need to apply pressure quick. You'll notice I don't run. There we go. And I'm going to keep my graveyard as intact as possible. I'd normally leave 1 untapped if there was an island showing. But what I was saying is I love the Black Rose, but I just hate it in this. Every time it seems like you're giving it up. The only option I think you could argue is that if they play Monarch, you can steal it back. But if in almost every deck scenario that happens, the next turn they got it back with a flyer, or they take your guy out. You just don't have the creatures or the removal to really stay on top of it. So hopefully we can keep our opponent off of this. I think they're look at this list, how cool. It's kind of a mixture of that green ramp that I ran with these dudes. I was kind of hoping to see a elf come out so we can 2-for-1 with Rancid Earth, but all right, that's enough lands, please. We're just gonna go like this. Try to keep things honest and rock like this. So yeah, in about what, 1 month is going to be, I'm just going to call it Big Green for now. I hope they don't have land destruction. 1 month from today, Pauper Pro Tour, or what is it called? The Mythic Championship, guys? Is that what is that what the kids are calling it? I'm not calling it that. All right, we're kind of pre-boarded here. Deadweight can grab those early elves, and okay, that was weird. I guess maybe it was some prize pool just bopped up. I don't know if everybody else got that. I kind of think we're pre-boarded here. I don't have much removal that I can add to this. I mean, Distress might be a good call. I'm not sure for what though. I'd like to see Crypt Rats. I think the land destruction is going to take care of a lot of the enchantments. I'm going to lose, let's say, I'm going to lose 2 Crypt Crypt Rats, and I'm going to go with 2 Distress just so I can grab, maybe they've got some hidden tech that's going to come out, or I can grab an Gnarlid or something like that. Again, this can grab creatures and such, so I really like it. Wrench Mind, you think? Yeah, me too, Mr. Carey. That just blinked on our little screen there. So I think every once in a while, they usually do that in December where they'll like gift you packs because of the holidays, and that didn't happen this year. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I guess they're not even going to be covering televised versions of the Pro Tour, and they fired their longtime photographer with all those iconic pics that you see of people holding trophies. So that doesn't bode well for Paper Magic coverage. Anyway. All right, so this is a typical keep. We really like this hand. It's kind of what you design it for. It's just we don't want to see a bunch of swamps after this. I'm not going to really worry about the bog too much here. We'll keep this and hope for the best. Let's see if we get an enchantment here. We can make short work of it, and we do. So I think we can lean on Ritual Ice Quake and then lean on Edict next, and then follow it up with another Choking maybe. Boy, the Rituals sure do like us this game, don't they? We're going to rock like this. And what's really cool, if you play this deck, just kind of put a little sticky note to the side. I mean, it takes very basic math too. If you've got a double Ritual Angler hand, you've got it. It's a turn 1 Angler, and it's really intoxicating when it happens. So you get 6, and you've got the Ritual in the yard, and you eat it, and then hopefully you can follow it up with Edicts and Choking Sands behind that, and it's good times. Very good times. All right, well, here comes the land. I'm going to float this. Kill this, drop the bog, and hope we don't draw any more lands and we draw into an Angler again, because we've already got the Angler stuff going here. Hello. Yes. This. Okay. Always yield, I guess. And now let's point to that. Okay. Haha. 1 mono black works. Very true, Mr. K. I'm sure I'm going to be eating my words here real quick, and be nice to start off with a wind. Wind. What am I talking about? So I want to use as few of my graveyard as possible just because of Rancid Earth in this scenario, but we don't really have an option here. But we've got nice Edict backdrop. The lockup, says Little Fight. Yeah. So I guess that's the takeaway from this week's trouncings and such like that, is just gotta play what you like. Come on, we only have 20 land in this. It's feeling like 28. It'd be nice to draw something else. Can't complain. Drew an Angler when we needed to. Got him on about a 2-turn clock. Any new province? What brings that up? Oh, net benefits feature this deck. Dreadmaw Stompy. Nice. Yeah, we've always been a fan of net benefits. Very cool stuff. In fact, one of you, I forgive me, has sent me a nice, very cool questions, a really lengthy interview of just questions about the history of Pauper and stuff like that, and I've been answering those for a while now. But that was they asked me to give one shout out, and I was like, well, video wise, it's definitely Any New Province. They got real steady good stuff going on there. All right, come on, let's keep this going. No more lands, please. Okay. Any enchantments to make it trade? Okay, that's beastly scary. We're going to die real quick if he wants to attack with that. Okay, well, let's see. That's 5, 6, 7. We've got it if we just crash into this thing. We won't show that we've got our hand. And then we've got another dude after this if we just bring that over. So I'll happily trade Gnarlid for Angler. Let's go, sucker. Because one more swamp and we've got it. We've already talked down some Anglers. I was thinking of building this deck the other day. Not this one, but I was like, you know, Aura Gnarlid, kind of a mono green enchantment package. It's quite a bit of good stuff to eat there. So we'll rock like this, pull this up. Now if we draw a swamp, now we're okay. If we draw land destruction, now we're okay. It's feeling pretty good. Enchantress, that's the one. Yeah, so believe it or not, I'm considering playing this in LA because I kind of want a deck that's a little less intensive in Boros Bully, and everybody's so ready for Bully right now. I don't know, it's kind of relaxing to just show up and blow up lands and have plenty of time to talk to people between rounds. I don't know. We'll see. Let's rock like this. I wish this was a land of the different persuasion, but we'll have to rock like this and pass along until we draw another land. Then we can at least attack. And then maybe we'll draw another, what do you call it? Deadweight. Be pretty cool here too. Gnarlid. Am I saying it bad, Mr. Carey? I probably am. After last week's, what was it? The Raito. That was it. Loose lips. Little fight. Oh, but maybe it's part of my general strategy. Mwah. What I do like, hopefully we'll see it today. Oh boy, nice devotion trick there. Alex Oldman brought that card to my attention about 3 years ago. He had an Eldrazi green build that used this as a life gainer beater guy. It's pretty cool. Nice little side design with that. Oh boy. Okay, well, this kind of blows here. Let's blow up some land. Maybe he's got a 4 drop coming up next. Can we live? We can. We'll attack. He might not even want to block here. I think we're going to game 3 here, guys. Even a Crypt Rat here doesn't feel that great. But we've got a little bit more intel on the deck now. One thing you don't want to face when you're playing land destruction is a monocolored deck, because they tend to not really need land after turn 2 or 3. Yeah, even here, Crypt Rat's activation. Ooh, we're super dead. Okay, I'm not even going to show them the rest of our deck. We'll scoop this, go 1-1, and head off to game 3. Try to write a big old L next to it. You know, I was trying, Little Fight and Shirazman, to find the prompt command for our YouTube channel, because it's supposed to just be youtube.com/Pauperganda. And I spent a good half hour looking online trying to find like what command that is and how to edit it. And because my old intel was 3 Twitches ago, and they've moved things around and shuffled stuff, and it's really frustrating. So if you know, let me know. So I'm going to lean on Vampiric Link here. I'm going to bring in all 3. I'm going to lose. I like Befell. I'm going to lose 3 Ice Quakes. They're one color. If land destruction shows up, that's great. If not, I want to be able to pull stuff from their hand, kill stuff when it comes out, and also if stuff gets out of hand, I can at least enchant it or throw it on my Crypt Rat or use it as a really lousy Armadillo Cloak in reverse. So I did look it up last week. Yeah. Well, send it to me on chat there, guys. And so Xenown in the house. Sorry, I'm reading backwards. I know that was a while ago. Do you have plans to Tortex shell one of these days? Probably not. It just takes too long, and I'm always a chat box anyway. That's why I also don't play teachings. Not only is it not really my style, about once a year I'll play it privately and mixed results, but yeah, this is not the place for really heavy control matchups. Just more about the entertainment value and keeping things moving. All right, so we've got a pretty nice curve here, given that. All right, we've got bogs haven't really made a difference here today. I'm going to lean on 1 more rat and lose that last Ice Quake. So we got 3 rats. Let's hope for the best. All right. Yeah, we've been having some killer storms out here. Oh my God. Yesterday was the best lightning storm I've ever seen in LA, or in California for that matter. It was it looked like a nuclear bomb about every 20 minutes was going on. In fact, a plane got hit at LAX. Really cool. Yeah, I'm going to throw this one back. Everything about that says no. Yikes. Okay. I thought we were going to start off with a win, but this is looking like otherwise. Opponent's sticking at 7. Let's mulligan again. Okay, we'll keep that. If they've got... Boy, that sounds weird. We'll throw that on the bottom, even though I want it. I want land more. And we'll play the bog and hope we get another land, because then we can sign in blood and hopefully we go back in. Olesh, yeah, I'm more wanting to make sure I pick the right thing in like a Gnarlid and such, seeing that we've only got so many Chainer's Edicts. Boy, oh boy. Is this how the day is going to be? Maybe. I can't mull down to 4. Got 3 Sign-in Bloods. Might be more like getting the graveyard even quicker. Yeah. Like I said, this has been having some pretty good games against like established decks and then losing everything else. So When I first brought it out, I went... Actually, no, when I first brought it out was on Sunday. I was just kind of on tilt with the... what was it? The software glitch that I had, and I wanted to play, and I went 4-1 with it, and I was like, wow, it felt really good at the time. Yeah, this is going to be a quick one, guys. Because, you know, people daze and then foil, and they're throwing out lands, and they're gushing, and it's like, well, okay, if you gush in response, that seems like a little... excuse me, you're losing so much tempo though, and then I blow up the one remaining land you do have, and then before you know it, they're just playing a 1-mana game. And granted, they're pretty good at doing it, but if you can keep the angler in check and play around day shenanigans, it can be pretty good times. All right, making a short order of this one. I wish we had a threshold. We could at least wipe the board and then nab the trest. Yep, it's a Twitch day, ladies and gentlemen. Would you believe we added an extra land? We mold the 4 and this. The Entourage of Trest. I'll zoom in on it for y'all. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. And the other thing people miss, it can block an additional creature at the end of combat as long as you're the monarch. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if I'd put a big target on its back like that. It's already got the biggest target. Ah, yeah, this is started off great. Well, game 1, the deck did what it's supposed to do. Game 2, it almost did. And game 3, holy crap, what is this slop? All right. Yeah, there's no... I don't even think there's an out here. Like a triple... Let me think. Yeah, if we drew like what? Quadruple Dark Ritual, Sign in Blood, bump, 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 bump. I don't even think that would do it. Yeah, we'd almost end up killing ourselves. That Rancid Earth to hit. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, and I was looking back, you know, with land, as much as I like land destruction and effect, because they just break so many rules in the game, and I'm always trying to kind of tinker with them and stuff. But looking back at the list that I ran, yeah, I'm just gonna scoop this, guys. My deck's being really mean to me right in this last game. Let's see what we're gonna get here. I'm just morbidly curious at this point when you draw like that. Oh, isn't that fun? The very next card. All right, well, what you gonna do? We're just gonna jump right into the next one here, and hopefully we play like that first game was. Oh, but what I was talking about was that green ramp build that I ran a while ago. I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, you know, that was a really neat hybrid design. Not to pat myself on the shoulder, but it went for the throat. And then land destruction kind of happened, and it was like my favorite word, or it happened organically. Like you could kick the Mold Shambler and it blew up a land, or you could use Moldovi Acid Moss and it helped ramp your strategy, and it gave the appearance it was land destruction, but it really wasn't. But if the person was screwed, it made him a little tentative about that. So I really think, like that guy showed there, ramp's a very, very neat strategy, and if you can sneak in a little bit of land destruction, that might be a good call running the list that I gotten that challenge. I don't think it was it was like a top 15 or something like that, but yeah, I ran a lot of stuff pushing out an honest Gurmag angler, so if there is such a thing. No lands. We'll mulligan that pretty easy. Yowza yowza. What can we do here? We're gonna see a card. What do you guys think here after last? We did add, this plays one more land than a lot of the standard 19. We run 20. Do we mulligan again? We've got a nice curve if we hit land. This deck either wins fast or loses fast. So I'm not too worried about being a chatterbox. Another reason I like playing this one. I probably play this about every 3 to 4 months online. It's one of my pet decks. It's up there with Infect. So come on, guys. If we're going to lose, let's lose together. I want you behind me if I keep this. I got 1 vote for Mole. I'm leaning towards Mole. Anybody else? Give it about 10 more seconds and then I'm going to mulligan. Unless anybody thinks I should keep. Yeah, I'm with him. All right, we're mulligan in this. And now it's kind of the same hand. Now we're down to 5 cards. Would you believe we added a land? Yeah. I'm going to keep, I think. I don't know if we should go down to 4, guys. Who says keep? Who says Mole? God. I mean, this has happened maybe 1 in 10 games, not 2 in a row, but worse. But keep. You got to keep. All right, guys. Thank you for holding my hand. All right, that feels a little bit better. It's like a digital brotherhood in the chat. I love it. Thank you so much. All right, let's go like this, and hopefully this son of a bitch of a program will let me do something. I like to play 50-50 at all. Let me guess. What I said was our worst matchup is Burn and Affinity. It looks like it might be one of those two. Nope. Okay, I can deal with this. Famous last words. Probably a tough beginning with without access to my life gainer, but we do have the sweeper. But so many times you can be just up against it, and you need to activate Crypt Rats and kill yourself to stay alive, if that makes any sense. West Coast poppers, man. Whatever that means, Olesh, but I'll take it. Looks like RDW. Boy, this guy's got some cojones playing it in this metagame with the bully around. That's like easily one of the very best decks to run into. So hopefully there's... Come on, land. Land? No. Well, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be able to keep him off us at least. Double removal. Ain't bad. We're feeding up the yard. I doubt we're going to be able to flashback Edict with the way this deck's playing right now. That being said, not going to add a land. It's just variance. Mr. Carey, have you played Boros Bully or Boros in general? Prismatic Strand. I mean, unless I think if you made maybe a version with Faithless Looting and Flaring Pain main, it might be able to play respectably if you run up against those. Yeah, it's a good call if you run up against anything else. Yeah, it can be a brutal beating. Okay, well, it's a land, but it's a slow one at that. We'll go like this. Yeah, when I was up in Seattle and ran into RDW, and like there were a few of those lists that ran into, and it wasn't even competitive. It's like they get this kind of a roll, and then you've got like little 1/1s out, and you double block pro red, then they do it again the next turn, and then they've got 1 card left in their hand, and you're at like 22 life. It gets brutal. If you can dodge that matchup, awesome. But very typical. This is not a matchup I expected to see today. Land Destruction is not going to do us any good here. 2, 4, 6, 7. We're dead if we sign in blood here. Yowza. It's off the game 2 already. Yeah, that's the plan, Shiraz. We got to bring in those Vampiric Links quick. As you can see, that's why we don't want to wait around on a 3-mana cartouche. Sure, it could take out a Foundry Street in this scenario, but we couldn't even cast it in this scenario, nor could we cast Rats. Interesting. He's probably got the Fire Blast here. There's no creature, that's for sure, with the cohort staying back. Foundry Street hitting us respectably. Bad news is, you know, I know Vampiric Link main feels junky, but it did win me a lot of game 1s because of its inclusion and being able to save games like this. There was no saving that, though. What do we mull to? 4 or 5? I think that was a 5. All right. We're just going to keep on rocking. Links come in. Liking this. Not liking... I'm going to take out Ice Quakes. I'm going to take out Choking Sands. This is one of those games where I'm just leaving in Rancid Earth for the sweepability of that 1 damage to everything. Hopefully that becomes relevant. And Befoul in a pinch can take out a creature. That being said, we're going to just really try to eviscerate their hand as fast as possible. Bring this in. I'm actually going to take out 2 Befouls, and I'll bring in the Last Distress. It's just like a wannabe Edict effect. So the goal here is to survive long enough to trip this with this on it and go up to like 38 life and then finish them off with Angler. We shall see. Boom, boom. I mean, I guess I could bring in Duresses over the Befoul even. Yeah, you know what? I'm always going to want to see that earlier. And oh yeah, Snuff Out, love the card, and I've had it in many versions of this, but with Angler being the MVP out there right now, and then in matches as we've shown, like the last one, and no access to life gain really, that That 4 is just gigantic. And yeah, most of the time my target's Angler, and I wanted both my removal spells. Granted, dead weight doesn't kill Angler, but it really weakens it with your Anglers out on the field. And also the 2 big problem cards in Tribe and Tog, you're able to nix right away. So, and it gets around to Spell, which everybody seems to be running because everybody's running blue. Yeah, I want to play first. Okay, we've got ourselves a hand. Now all we need is the, you know what, we'll keep this. We'll play the Bog. Should rename this deck Black Bog because between Peat Bog and Bazooka Bog, we've got 7. Call it 7 Bog. That'd be a pretty cool name. Seen better, seen worse. I mean, we can, what can we do here? Probably like a dead weight distress play. Hopefully we draw another land here. Alrighty, alrighty. Okay, I like seeing that a lot. Not going to play the rats till we can play them. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. We're going to distress first. See what we can see. Great piece of artwork here. Even better quote. Of course I've surely gone mad. The little man who crawled out of my ear was quite clear on this. All right, so he's got this. We've got the killer. Ooh, boy, this is brutal. We've got a heel cutter. We've got a cohort. He's obviously going to run burning tree, burning tree. I can't stop that. I can slow it down. What would I rather see? Yeah, we'll slow the race here. Drop this rock like this, and we'll keep open our nice little availability curve here and see what we got. Okay, just got to stem the bleeding here. We've got double answers next turn. Okay, I'll cross off that. Kind of wanted him to unload to rat a lot. All right, cohorts out, mountains out, and away we go. Okay, no heel cutter, hopefully no land. He's got 2 cards in hand. Yowza, do we just stay alive here? Want to Wretch Mind, want to do lots of stuff. I mean, we could kill both. I'd like to Wretch here, see what he does, and then probably play dead weight. Let's see. What's he going to lose? I wish I could Wretch then Rat, but he's got a lightning bolt, so I don't want to throw the rat out without insurance. Tough decision. Let's see what he's rolling with. Wretch Mind, like I was saying at the beginning of the show, I really like this card normally. In this deck, I've really considered running it main. It has really been good. Okay, so he got rid of a mountain, so that means there's no, he's just got a heel cutter in his hand. So if I kill the BTE and he doesn't draw a land, I'm out of the woodworks. Now we got rituals in this deck, Nimchimsky. I gotta stay alive here. I'm going to lean on. Yeah, I'm gonna lean on this. Try to stay alive. We're still at 20. He's got a heel cutter in hand. Hopefully we draw into a land and go from there. Surprising he lost the mountain. It must be on to us, knowing that we're not going to keep much land. Damn it! All right, heel cutter's active. Well, looks like 5 now and lightning bolts from here on out, unless we can nix that last land. I'm just going to keep this up because this is going to keep going back to his hand. Da-da-da. At least with this scenario, we take 3. Land, please. Thank you. I'll take it. Empiric Link, maybe. Regardless, we've got a 5-turn clock if he doesn't do anything other than just keep casting this heel cutter. Problem with sorcery-based speed removal. Had we, or if we did have a snuff out, could take 4 instead of 3 and get rid of that problem for good, but I'm just going to go like this. Try to keep him honest. Ooh. Yeah, I think if I drew a Befoul or something at this stage, I'd want to blast a creature. I've only got 5 turns at this rate. Okay, Cohort shows up. Got his little haste buddy. Cool, cool. I think I'm going to have to just play the rats here. And this is cool because I can at least pitch it or block if I have to on a pinch, or if he throws lightning bolt at it. No way to do that without casting a heel cutter at the same time. All right, all right. That's fine. I'm going to take 5. It's cool because I can blast him. Take 2, and hopefully he doesn't have a bolt to follow it up. I'm going to take it now. Instead of hitting or killing the cohort for 1, I'd rather try to take out the team. We could always draw the Vampiric Link right here. Of course we don't. It's probably better just to keep this in our hand and keep them thinking. Do a nice little digital pause. Ooh, we're not going to be blocking, so we might as well get in 1 damage here. Come on, come on. All right, sucker. I would really have liked to have shown you the Vampiric Link trick, because if it does 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I would have gained a whole lot of life, because each one of those would have happened. I'm happy taking 1 here. We can only do this for so long, though. Got to remember. All right. At least this will force him to commit to the board. Syscoms, it's only been 3 weeks of unemployment, but I feel down sometimes. Glad to be here and get my mind off the current situations. Oh no, Syscoms, you too? Apologies, my friend. Hopefully you got a nice severance or something. I tell you, the majority of people I know are unemployed, at least here in the States, and I do mean the majority, and crazy overqualified, almost every one of them. And I think the fastest anyone's gotten back on their feet legit, not with like taking a, you know, just some blah job at, you know, nothing wrong with that, but it's been years. And yet, you know, I know each administration, without going left or right, always sits there and boasts numbers of record unemployment, and they have so many screwed up ways of measuring that, with like, at least here in America, where it's like, you know, oh well, we're going to stop counting people after so many months. It's like, how's that work? You know, it's like, it's so bad you can't find a job, now we're not being counted. And then, you know, the other side of it is they're counting you know, good job is like, you know, working like something like 6 hours a week at like Starbucks or something. It's, again, nothing against that, but it's like, it's not going to make you write home about any sort of great job prospects and such. So keep the spirit up. Your character isn't defined by the job you do. Very well said, Lovecraft. But I choose to focus on the advantages. Got so much free time. I've been playing a lot of just so many evenings with the family. Really liking that part of it. Like Lovecraft said, there's a lot more to it than, it's like, yeah, so you can't go on some splurgy vacation here or there, but everybody's situation is a little bit different. We got to be careful here. He's running lightning bolts. He's running that goblin grenade package. I think we take this, and the next turn we go. I'm going to feel like a jackass if he lightning bolts this, though. We'll take it, though. That's the last time we can do it, though, because we're going to be within range. Okay, well, that feels a little bit better. At this stage, I don't even want that to go down. What I mean by that is Rancid Earth. 2, 3. Let's pull that for 3. We can keep 2 up. We'll drop this, and this. Now we got a big old roadblock. Well, you know what I mean, Georgie Pie. The thing that's like assault, whatever. You'd think I'd have everything memorized, but that's a lot of cards to commit. Reckless Abandon, that's the one. I say it with Reckless Abandon. Now he'll bring out the heel cutter, hopefully. Doubt it. These lists sometimes run up to 2 fire blasts. Ooh. Come on, let's pull 1-1. We're Probably definitely not favored here. Another monocolored deck. This one doesn't really care after land 2 or 3. So we'll go that route. Okay, this really blows. I can still throw the... just going to hit this now. I'm fearing Lightning Bolt. I mean, he's probably going to nail our angler with it anyway, but it's better than us at this point. And we can still throw on a Vampiric Link onto our Gurmag Angler here. Okay, so blocking's out of the question and we're dead next turn. We really need... That helps. It's frustrating. But it helps. We'll be at 2 life if he trips it. Ugh, that's a weird game. That's pretty well said, my friend. Little fight with some honest truth there. What I've noticed too, after the first, depending on how long you had the same job and stuff, there's a definite toxicity, I think, to most job places. And there was a really, I felt it in my neck and shoulders, and it took months. After about 3 or 4 month mark, it was like, I felt very supple there again. So yeah, that's the reason there, Shiraz. Live it up while blowing up some land. Man, I wish we had a 1 in front of that 4 on our life total. I'm feeling incredibly vulnerable at the moment. I will block this, baby. Let's go all day long. He's probably, I think, what's that one? It has a, I think Reckless Abandon's a sorcery, though. I don't think it's an instant, is it? I tell you, man, the wife was up to it. I'd move up to Ballard, where the Mox boarding house is, get a good benefit job for very little pay, and be doing what I love, which is teaching people board games. That is a very cool plan B. Alrighty, well, we've got this. Got some trickery on our hands. The moment here, guys. He played 1. He might have drawn another one, and then we're screwed if we attack. Should I attack here? We're going to be able to cast the other angler, but we can't block it, so we'll be at 1 no matter what. I need your help here, guys. Hook me up here. I think we sit back. He might, well, if he had Fire Blast, he'd be doing it right now. My point is, if we sit back and he doesn't have a play, we attack. He has to, no, he doesn't have to block then either, but we might be able to draw another option. But if he plays a heel cutter, if he has it, he can't really do it unless he has a lightning bolt. I know if he has a blast, but he's already got us. We're at 4, so he'd play it. So I know he could top deck it. Attacking here puts him at 5, and then we can't block. We're at 1, and given that he has so many haste creatures and mud brawlers and valley dashers, actually 1, 2, 3 of them are gone. There's too many on the list. I'm gonna sit back unless anybody objects. We've got plenty of time here. We're down a game. I mean, I'd love to be aggro, but we can't block if we, you know, built-in ability is still going to trigger. All right, so I'm going to not attack. And we're going to cast our last angler. Pay 2 delve. All right. Double Crypt Rats. Keep those back. Now we have lethal next turn, but might not matter. Whoo! Well, our mini punt from game 1, I'm glad that didn't cost us anything. Yeah. Now he's got us. Okay, I thought if he had another heel cutter, obviously had us there, but so I can dismiss this. Okay, I can't block one of them. It's an interesting move. I can block the other one. Okay, what is this? Lightning bolt? So glad to get rid of the heel cutter, except they usually have 1 or 2 more depending on the list. Oh, okay. Flame Slash shows up. All right, he is in top deck mode. God, I love seeing that edict. So now a hasted creature. We're still at 2 life. And then he's going to be threatened or forced to block here. Honestly, I don't think I think we're going to go down 0-2 in games, but looks like we're going to pull even here. If I had to bet money, I'd bet on RDW in this matchup. They don't need many lands, and it takes us a little while to get on board. So Syscoms, what is it that you did for a living up till recently? 1-1. He's got a block. Yeah, but he's got a block. RDW hates that. Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited. All weekend long it's supposed to be raining and lightning and storming, so I'm having a good old time. Well, that's a dead draw, ain't it? He has to block. If he holds on to something, well, I don't know why he would. Well, it might be another Flame Slash. I could see him holding on to that, but then he'd be dead. The guy on the horse. Ooh, that was close. Does he have any flashback in his yard? Nope. Yeah, he misplayed there. If you're playing RDW, you can play that on your second main phase and block with the Valley Dasher. That's a pretty cool little trick. But I think he got a little eager there. Woohoo! Hey, there's our link showing up a little late. All right. Oh, we'll take it. Basically Zoro. Oh, okay, I got it. Bum, bum, bum. I like our plan here. I think he probably took out some sorceries and pitch spells. So I like where we're at. We haven't really shown our tech yet in Vampiric Link, so yeah, it was too close, Georgie Pie. Like I said at the top of the show, this is a 50-50 deck. I was just answering a bunch of interview questions on that. It's like my player ego takes a backseat to my player inventor. They arm wrestle quite often, but usually when it comes to shows. And it's mostly because, and I say this in the article, freshness. It's like, really think about it for a minute. If I played Stompy 3 or 4 games in a row, or shows in a row, that's a month. And then I did it the next month, and then the next month. Would you guys really want to see that? I don't think so. I could focus on one deck, probably consistently 4-1 or 3-2 of it pretty regularly, especially as time goes on. But it would be boring as hell. It'd be like watching paint dry, so screw that. Yeah, Wretch is super good right now. So much so I even thought of putting my artifact lands in this for mirror matchups. Probably should. There's no reason to really be running swamps. Okay, I'm just looking over everything here. I guess the question here is Duress better than a random B foul late in the game? I don't think so, because we saw it comes down to like one creature, and I'd like to be able to have an answer. Shiraz likes watching the same deck over a few weeks. Interesting. Well, if we 4-1 with this, maybe I'll play it again next week. Wink, wink. One of the drawbacks of playing this list, if you hit the meta game, you play pretty good. But if you hit these rogue decks that are really focused on going all in with aggro to kind of combat the control issues out there, it can be, I could see why RDW might be a good choice if you can just dodge the bully. So we like this. We got 3 basics. We got an okay curve here. We're going second. That really sucks against this, but we're going to keep this. Yeah, he still plays it all the time. I faced him twice this week, but I got him both times with this. So there's that. This feels pretty favored against Tribe. All you have to do is blow up 2 planes, and so you can eviscerate all of your stuff that doesn't matter and keep Befoul similar to this game plan and just a whole lot of discard and messing with stuff. You've been disappointed with Skewer the Critic, says Mr. Carey. Yeah, it's not only beats Tribe, it beats the best players of Tribe too. So, all right, we'll lead off with this. Maybe he's got like a double foundry after this, and we can trip the rats for 1 and really cause some tempo here. We'll see. Want to get a... Oh no, this is game 3. We're 1-1, just like we were in game 1, or round 1, I should say. I've got the prettiest dove outside. It just does this nice little coo every once in a while. Really, my son's quite a fan of any sort of avians. Come on, Dark Ritual. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Dark Ritual here. He's got 3 cards in hand. Ooh, boy, this is getting ugly. Okay, decision time. Man, oh man, what do you guys think we should do? If we look at his hand, we'll know, but then it might be too late with Distress. Next turn we can... See, the thing I'm worried about here is... what do you call... Bushwhacker. If we Wretch Mind, he keeps the Bushwhacker, comes over, that'll be 3, 6, 9, 11. But then we can wipe everything off with Crypt Rats. Yeah, I'm thinking Wretch too. I'm just wanting to make sure we're all on the same page. They have voted. All right, make sure I've played a land. I have. All right, let's Wretch. Let's Wretch. Sounds like a bad David Bowie cover, right? Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Heel Cutter, Flame Slash. Okay. Well, we're going to wipe the board next turn. Unfortunately, though, we're going to be really low on life. Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse. Flame Slash eats Danger Mouse. Okay, this is kind of cool. He's going to have 1 card left. Problem is, we're going to be really low on life. We'll be at 7 when we stabilize here. Put on your parquet shoes. Anybody want to do a David Bowie cover? All right. Well, yeah, next turn we're going to have the Rancid Earth. We're going to do that. What was I talking about? We can't rats here. We can rats next turn, but then we're probably going to be dead. Yeah, either way. He does kind of look a little bit like Zorro, an Asian Zorro. He has a horse. the bar is very low for Lovecraft's aesthetic. check boxes. Oh boy, for some reason I thought we had Crypt Rats and 2 to activate. All right. If we play rats and he has nothing but a mountain, then he can attack for 5. We have to trip it for 2, which will put us... Oh my god, we're so dead. Help me out here, guys. I'm talking about Bowie. I need some help. We can't really do much of any... I mean, I guess what we just... if we Edict here, we probably still take 8. And then our Crypt Rat play is dead next turn. I think he has a creature or a bolt. You know what? Yeah, if we distress here and pull... If it's a... I like that play because if it's not a creature, this can't attack. Force him into top deck mode here. So I'm going to distress here. Just a minute. Make sure I haven't played a land. Okay, distress. Let's see. I mean, I can always Edict in response, and then our Crypt Rat's totally dead. Okay, so it is a creature. So if he doesn't draw a creature, we might be able to survive here. I don't like the Chainer's Edict here. He can choose to just lose 1, and we're still going to take probably 8 next turn. I don't know. What do you guys say? Because we can activate rats. If he draws like a land or like a Flame Slash, we've got 2, 4, 5, and we can stabilize at 2 life. In theory, we could still draw the vampiric thingy too. So That's right, Tactical Terry. You're the one that sent me the questionnaire, weren't you? Yeah, I'm going to wait. I think it was Tactical Terry. You got so many monikers, I can't keep them straight. All right, opponents in. Okay, so the distress play feels good. It's going to keep back at least 2 damage here. Problem is, what's he holding? Maybe it's a. Okay. All right. Well, that feels a little bit better. Pop, pop, Crypt Rats. We're going to be at 2 life, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Yikes. This is scary. At least we've got double removal in our hand. Just don't attack. What's he got? Might be a bolt. Could be a lot of things. Yeah, we're dead to a lot here. Just hold down control whenever you cast the rats, just because. Good habit to get into. X is currently 2. Let's double check. We're probably dead to a bolt. We'll say done. And nope. I was expecting like a mutagenic. Okay. Whoo. Well, we got no instant answers. We might as well keep him off if he's got something. And I don't want Rancid Earth to hurt us, so I'd rather do it now. We can't do anything during our turn or their turn anyway. Dead to haste is very true. Hopefully it was a oh. We lost. Oh, 2 right out of there. Oh, okay. Never mind, Tactical Terry. I got you mixed up. It's another Terry that sent me a really nice, very well questioned thing. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to roll to Wheel of Fortune. We'll be back and rogue it out right after this.
Every letter you called is in this puzzle. Boy, call the right letters, didn't he? It's a thing. You have 10 seconds. Can he do it? Good luck.
Magic hand, magic band, magic yan, sand, van, canned, jan, panned, fan, band, wand, wand. Oh!
Pick him up.
Leather mullet.
Brooke?
Leather wallet.
There you go. Lolita.
Oh, self-potato? Sorry.
No. Michael?
Self-portrait.
Yeah, that's it. All right. The category is thing. And it's Robert.
Cake baker.
No, everybody else. Kate.
Care package.
Yeah, that's have a letter.
J.
There is a J. If you could solve the puzzle right now, there is a jackpot of nearly $10,000 in addition to the money you have. If not, you have to either buy a vowel or spin the wheel.
I'll solve the puzzle.
Go ahead.
I have The Wine by Johnny Cash.
That is not correct. I'm sorry.
Okay. The Pointed Desert.
No, still time.
Printed Desert.
James, it's your turn.
The Pointed Desert.
No, you still have time.
I still have time. I like to solve.
Say it.
The Pointed
It's
Desert.
not the Pointed Desert. No matter how many times you say it.
The Painted Desert.
There you go.
Pointed.
Yes, there are 2 Fs. If you could solve the puzzle right now, there's a jackpot of $7,650 in addition to everything you have. Can you? If not, buy a vowel or spin the wheel.
Go to the front of the cave.
Well, you don't want to be in the back of the cave. I'll give you that.
She's a wolf in mouse clothing. The mouse's ghostly howl stakes claim to...
And we are back. All right, so I hope you guys like the little MTG charades. Like I said, we've been playing on our tablets and flinging it to the big screen TV almost nightly, having a really good time guessing cards. And then if the rest of the people want to join in, you just play charades. But if you got some Magic fans around, I was thinking it'd be a hell of a good road trip game if you've got a designated driver, 2 people in the back seat, and you can keep going and all that stuff. So yeah, I couldn't type Pestilence fast enough, says Shiraz. Nice. Yeah, it's funny, you know, my drawings weren't that much better. I know drawing on those tablets with your index finger can bring everybody back to about the 5-year-old ability. It's pretty rare. Sometimes you can use the edge of your fingernail and get some nice sharp lines. But yeah, it's a fun game. Hopefully, if anybody's coming out to Pro Tour LA, as I'm calling it, we'll see some goods there. Ooh, man, if we draw a swamp, we got 2 turns to draw a swamp, and we can go boom, boom, boom. Of course, 2 turns is it, because then our peat bog's going to be gone, and we're going to be gone too. Yeah, what do you guys think here? Keep, skip. I know we're not playing Nick, that's for sure. Man, there be any easy hands today? Whoa, that's all I needed to hear. All right, we'll throw this back. A bit more honest. Ugh, God. We only have 8 creatures in the deck. We draw 4 of them. All right, we'll keep this. I'm going to throw this on the bottom. That's a 4-mana spell. We've already got a 3 and a 7. And it's another deck that you don't expect to see. A Pestilence build. All right, well, come on, Land Destruction. Let's show up. At least we're all on the same page with Mullen. But yeah, I can't recommend that highly enough if you've got a young one especially that's getting into Magic. It's a really nice way to spend an evening. Of course, if you look really closely, the Gurmag slider looks pretty messed up. All right, I'm going to save our Edict for Rats, or excuse me, for fellow anglers, which I'm sure are going to show up here. But Pestilence, I'm not sure. First time I've ever faced it. You would think we're a bit favored if our Land Destruction shows up, but we're just drawing all of our creatures here. So, you think, Nimchimsky? Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do that. We'll probably, hopefully, let them overextend a bit here. And I'm going to assign him blood. And, okay, cool. We've at least got, maybe the Basilica will show up here. And this is very true, Shirazman. Yeah, I try to hide the guys as long as possible. Really want them to keep investing creatures here. So if we do draw a ritual, we can wipe the board, but we got to keep track of our mana because we might not be able to live that long if this keeps up. There's a good prime target. We're going to take 5 next turn. All right, I'll trip the rats next turn. For now, I'm going to blow up lands. Huzzah! Come on now, let's trip the rats, stabilize maybe. Now you guys can see it's not a cutesy little roll your eyes at Deluxecoff tech move with the Vampiric Link main. There's scenarios like this where you're just like, God, if we had it, and you draw a swamp and you trip it, kill everything but the Skyfishers, and then you're back at like 20-something life. It gets crazy. They're getting some pretty good value out of the Skyfisher here. And we're stuck doing this. All right, well, we've got to play the rat. 2, 4, 6, 7. We can't even let that thing go through. Ugh. Well, we can at least Edict next turn. We've got another rat. Maybe they'll journey here. We can respond and they can eat their own Skyfisher. Fat chance, but regardless, we're going to take 6. They're probably holding the rat themselves. Let's go like this. Already at 3 life. At least we didn't meet with a monarch there, right? Okay, well, we have no options. I'm not going to draw lands. We'll blast this out. Probably going to eat it. Play this. No, they're just sitting on an edict and such. And we can play this and trip our last one. That'll save the edict at least. Oh, no, it doesn't. I miscounted. There we are. Zoink. Pull a little Scooby-Doo reference. We're at 3 life. Why don't you want to play this? There it is. All right. All right. Off falls the weight. Probably one of the only scenarios where weight in this metagame doesn't flat out kill something. Desperation on a Skyfisher, but I've got to do what I got to do here. Well, I'm kind of stuck here. I think I got a Sign in Blood. Get us on down to 1. Come on now. And just keep playing the shenanigans, but I mean, I've got to stay alive, so this is the only option I've got. Already down a game. I want to live in a world where I get a rat with Soul Link, Vampiric Link, and Life Link all on it. Yeah. And we're dead. Okay. Hey man, at least we're playing black bordered crypt rats. How disgusting is that? So our losing ways continue. This is the hell is it? Orshov or Orshov. There's a correct way to say that, and I thought I was saying it right when I said Orshov or Orshov. Then I heard the official magic guys say it, and it was like, what? How'd they say it? Little Fight, can you spell it phonetically for your challenged friend here? I would appreciate that. Dead weight's okay, but I think it's kind of weak in this matchup, as we just saw with the Skyfisher. So I think I'm gonna roll like this. Man, I am just gonna go. See, this is a rough one here, because now we want the discard and we want the ability to smash face. So I'm gonna bring in Wretch Minds. They're getting clue tokens and not getting clues. Maybe 1 link to kind of reset the board. I don't know if that's a good move or not. A bit more of a win more in that scenario. Bring in a Duress. Orshov. Okay. I wish there was a Little Fight language app I could just put in my ear so I don't sound like such a jackass when I'm trying to pronounce other things. So that's definitely. Yeah, Befoul's a good point. Maybe bring in another Duress. This is true. I don't want to cut on too much land destruction there. Maybe another rat for a 3rd Duress or a Distress. Got to lean on our. We're not going to want to really nix the board because they're going to be able to gain life. So we've got to really heavily lean on Angler. So Duress, Wretch Mind. You know what? I want to go with a full set of Duress, just so we can pull out Chainer's Edicts, Journeys, things like that. Yeah. All right. I'm okay with this. I like to lean on Vampiric Link a little too much, so I'm just out of discipline going to keep it out of this matchup. It's only going to be relevant if we really kind of have the upper hand, and I'm not going to want to see it just by itself and against a deck that's able to kill our stuff or enchant it off to the Nether Zone and Journey to Nowhere, whatever. Yeah. How cool is that Wheel of Fortune too? It's like, oh, I got to think of a card to go inside of this skit. It's like, how about Wheel of Fortune? It's like, oh yeah, it's perfect. All right. Well, I'm not too worried about. I'd rather Rancid Earth first than Duress. So, and the longer you wait on Duress, the better stuff you get. And it's not that they're just going to be throwing Hurtling Lightning Bolt at our head turn 1. So we'll keep this. Hopefully, we just don't see any more land after this. Going to lead off with the Bog. I sure wish they printed them like this. I just ordered some from Card Kingdom to be delivered, and they're not as identifiable for me. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, it's a strange head I live in. I've got a really good vocabulary, but boy, I can't pronounce stuff very well, and I'm horrible at languages. So, There's that. Okay, we'll drop this. Now, the good news, this is a 2-color deck, so our land destruction should go a little bit further. Let me pull them off this. Choking Sands it. I don't want to get greedy and wait for the, let me read up, Orzhov. All right. Here we are. So now we'll have an honest 3 mana next turn. 1 plane's okay. Now we can do some stuff. Okay. Let's ritual in so we can pay for some stuff. We'll go grab maybe a journey or this. Yay! We like that. Let's open up so everybody can see the goodness here and pretend that we are playing awesome. And we're undefeated. Yeah. Stuff like that. 2, 3. I'm just giddy. You know why? It's stormy outside. If I can go 0-5 today, I can probably draw 1 land every game, and I'm still going to be in a good mood because there's thunderstorms coming. Yeah. All right. Down comes the fountain. Out comes the Fisher. Well, we're going to kill that. A lot of people have played this in the mono black land destruction. Not really that big of a fan. I mean, it does take away the opposing edicts. But if you like it, go for it. I just find that you're a dead dog to burn in a tog without whatchamacallits. Is that a card? Yeah, sure it is. Oh, how good does it feel that he's got Custody Squire mana and we're like, yeah, eat it. If you've noticed, we've won every one of our losses. They've been close. We've been down to the wire. That's kind of the story of this deck. That's why I keep kind of revisiting it. It just feels like it's almost there. It's almost there. It's like that. We're just so close. So feel free, man. What do you guys think of that Darksteel Pendant? Can somebody bring it up so I don't have to reference it in the later on? It's one of those cards. I'll agree with you. I hate drawing it, but once it's out, I just love it. I'm just like, yeah. Beginning of every turn, I pay 1. Do I like that card? No, I want to draw something else. It's just obscene. I liked it so much. I was running it just in the tournament practice room. Not that you can run it much because nobody wants to run it in land destruction. And really considered even running 2 of them. All right. Well, we like this. I like this a lot. Let's use them while we got them. Booyah! Let's start counting cards. We killed that already. What's he going to lose? Probably the Squire. Yeah, Rich Mind. God, I want to bring that mane in this thing. This is so burly. Oh, okay, so we know what 2 of the cards are. Got a Rift Watcher and a Rager. Boom, 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 boom. 2, 4, 6, 7. We've got Flashback Edict Math if we're willing to sacrifice a bog, which we always are, because it helps feed our Ur-Gur-Mag Angler. But problem is he's going to pull up to 3 by defense with the Rift Watcher and be able to block. Okay, we'll cross this off. Yeah, Quiet Disrepair. I have a version of this, I think, called Fogari, F-O-G, and then Ari being a horrible pun on Golgari. And yeah, it uses Quiet Disrepair and all kinds of goods. Well, let's see. I'd rather just, let's see if he just blocks here. I've got Chainer's Math, but I'd rather get rid of that black source of mana over just a speed bump here. Is he going to take it? I always wanted to make a Bone Flute deck. It's like, screw fogs. I'm just going to give everything like -4 when it attacks. That'd be quite the endeavor. I'm going to pop these. Keep these poppable, not P-A-U-P, but P-O-P as in like in a lot of matchups, keeping them at 1 so you can trip them in response to a capsize, which once in a blue moon does happen, or it gets you that crucial threshold when you need it most. Go like this. That at least hits him for 2 and puts him on a 2-turn clock, but the Rift Watcher is going to have something to say about that. Alrighty. Okay, well, kind of like that. He's got to kill it anyway. I want to discard here. All the rest. Tragic Slip, Doomblade. We don't mind that at all. We're not going to hold any cards from now on, so effectively Castigate and Doomblade are dead cards. We're going to lose the Slip. Just his way out of killing the Gurmag Angler. A lot of people are playing that 4 of, so beware. I've considered it in this if we had more creatures. Actually, if you do run a card like Dusk Legion Zealot, you could probably get away with that. 1 mana. It's pretty awesome now, -13/-13. So our opponent pretty much has just 1 card in their hand. Now 2. Doomblade's not going to do anything against us. Alrighty. Well, that helps a lot. Yeah, we'll play it. I mean, I could probably make him use a Castigate, but I doubt if he gets black, he's going to be using it for that. So I'll do that. Hey, always yield. Let's go. Attack! In case he's got another Angler. Why on earth does he have Doomblade post sideboard? I was thinking that too, Georgie Pie. Who knows? Maybe he's thinking, what kind of jackass plays mono black? Land destruction. He's got to have another color that just didn't come up. Little does he know. Jackass tech. Yeah. Well, I'm not too afraid of Castigate now, even though it will full on remove it. If he does that, we win the game. He's got to put a creature out. Alright. So just like every other game, we're 1-1 heading off to game 3. At least they're not blowout losses. There's that to be said. What did we like? What did we not like? I think the mana is enough of a problem on its own for them. Do we lose? Just keep 1 Crypt Rat, I'm thinking. I really liked seeing Distress. Only on Edicts and 1 Crypt Rat this way with 2 Befouls. What do you guys think of this plan? Wretch Mind, boy, that serves some time. Alright. Distress, Signing Blood, Wretch Mind, I like it. Kill. Yeah, I'd really want that second rat. If things get out of hands, I gotta be able to pull out of it. Guess we'll get rid of the Distress. Alright. Here we go. Hopefully we can win our first game here. A bunch of 1-2 losses. Nail biters, but losses for sure. Wretch Mind. There's a lot more going on there than discard. Good grief. Alright, I kind of like this hand. We've got a really aggressive who cares land base followed up by some honesty. We've got an early answer in turn 2, and then we can follow it up with more hatred. So we'll keep this. Unless we get duress, that would really blow. He goes to 6. Oh, before I say anything else, you know, I'm sure the beginning of this tournament's already going to make people be like, I don't think I want to play that deck. But if you do, one of the coolest things about this deck, imagine, if you will, you're playing against it, and you know it's game 2 or 3. Now, this works both ways. You can keep a flooded hand, which really screws us. But if you have just an okay hand, 2 lands, you can do some stuff. It really makes them think like, oh man, maybe I should put this back, try to draw 3. And then if they have any sort of twitch luck like we tend to have on Fridays, they'll draw 1 land, and then, you know, goes on from there. So it can have a little bit of a ghosting effect, where the sum of the parts are greater than what you see. We're probably going to get ostracized here. Not ostracized, castigated. One of those other cruel old English words. All right. Early threat with the Inspector. Good times. Ooh, did they just keep a 1 land hand? Doink. They didn't do that, did they? Maybe they're drinking a Richardson port. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to sign in blood. Well, the rest, just to see if they've got an answer when we do draw. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we'll get rid of the relic. And we'll keep up his stuff here. Why wouldn't you? Wow, okay. I'll lean on the bog. Let's go. What's he got? Crossroads. Okay, we'll eat that. Watch, we get beat by a 1 inspector. We sign in blood ourselves plus inspector every turn. We just never find anything. That'd be pretty hilarious if that goes down. Let's see. He's got that. We're going to just keep going here with this plan. Boink. I'll bog next turn. Might have 1 or 2 Gurmag anglers in this list. You never know. We're going to be at like 10 before we stabilize. Hopefully Sign in Blood shows us some love here. Well, here's the money shot, says Solidify. Hey, it's about damn time. I think we're owed about 4. We should close out the show with some of those, baby. All right. Let's rock like this. We've got plenty of mana for that. Well, better in the yard than here. Let's keep them honest before we bog. So we can cross off Sentinels and Guardian. And now we'll make sure they never come back. Go to hell! All right, here we are. Come on, come on, what you got? Hopefully he's got a, oops, the chat has gone by too long. Little fight. Orshov. I already forgot how to say it. I apologize. Alrighty. 1, 2 for this. We're already at 10 life. Look how pathetic we feel. And we'll play the bog. It's enough land, please. Now we're on a 10-turn clock. Arshoff. That'd be a good name for me. Orshav. Orshav. I think that's how they said it. Orshav. All right. Look at all this speech therapy. Thank you, my friends. Boy, I better be careful what I wish for if we don't draw a Gurmag Angler here. I mean, this has been over a long time ago. We've signed in blood 3 times, so we'd be at 14 without this move. Are you kidding me? This will go down as like the worst beat ever. Oh my God. I'm starting to get legitly worried here. Thank God he doesn't have mountains. Ooh, I couldn't ask for a better opening and we're going to get nibbled apart by an inspector? Come on. This can't be happening. Anything other than a land. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh sweet baby Jesus. That's tactical theory. What is the MTG doing this? Or what is the random number generator, I should say. These glasses are here for a reason. Well, I can't belittle our luck as far as on our opponent's side. It's definitely helping us. Boy, I really don't want to see another Plains with a Theremin beatdown. This is getting crazy. Come on, anything other than a land and a land destruction and maybe a dark ritual. Let's see a creature. Creature? I'll take it. Get rid of this son of a gun. God damn. Life stabilized. Little HUD high tech something rather going through. Okay, come on. He's going to drop a plane in the other inspector and that'll finish us off. Best be foul ever. I think my heart rate went up because of an inspector. He discarded an inspector? That's a little intimidating. I'm going to mark it off, but he probably just drew another one. All right, well, hey, it's not a land, so I'm okay with that. My God, we've drawn a lot. Okay, we're going to lose Tragic Slip. Yikes, I shouldn't have done that. I'll go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. He's got a swamp. Sneaky devil. Trying to hide that Tragic Slip to keep him in the race here. Radiant Fountain shows up. Wish we had one of those. Mr. Carey 16. Coward. I love it. All right. Well, we're going to go for it here. Damn it. Sign in blood. Let's go. Let's go down to 4. Give me some more. All right. Well, that's 2 turns saved. And we might as well stop him from bouncing that stuff back. Let's start eating the life up. At least pay double here. This is true. However, we play Radiant Fountain. We know what happens. Boink. Want to use Choking Sands whenever you can, because they do have swamps. Let's kill this. Come on. My God. Okay, I'm going to dismiss all. We're going to have Duress again. Maybe we can grab another. All right, Castigate it is. 2, 3. Icequake it is. At least we've got answers for an inspector. I think he's hitting a little land pocket here, though. Yes, the 4 anglers are all playing patty cake at the bottom of my deck. We're halfway through our deck as of this draw. And we draw a land that will hurt us. Okay. Well, at least we have land destruction. No more land, please. Thank you, Shuffler. God, we can make such short work of this if we had drawn an angler in the last 80 turns. We're at 28 cards now. Let's see if it's an angler. Thank you so much. We're going to have to take a life here. Very happy to do that. We'll just play this out. And let's see. Is there any creatures we can get rid of? Nope, 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 nope. All right. Come on. We've got Chainer's Edict now. Let's keep them off critters. Swamp shows up. It's got a Basilica. We've got all kinds of goodies. And do we have any... I thought we had an Edict in the yard. No, we only have 2 in hand. Okay. Oh, dear Lord. Why would you do that to me? Come on. Now we want land destruction. Let's go. He's got a swamp in hand. Land destruction. How about a land for the man that cut 1? But plays 1 more than he should. Alright. This is going to get dicey. Now, what's the play here? Maybe Inspector. If he doesn't trip it, God, you got to be so careful here because he might have... Okay. Well, that sucks. We're going to lose an Edict for good. Come on, land destruction. I'll take it. Tired of looking at that thing. We'll blow this up. Keep it out of our hands for later. We'll blow this up. And attack. We've got plenty of ways to flash back an Edict, but problem is they've got... man. See, without that land destruction, they're going to use the Skyfisher. Boom, boom, boom. They might have 3 creatures out this next turn. I don't know. 3 creatures out. We've got 3 life guys. If he keeps that Skyfisher at bay. I mean, you can double block, hit us. We were at 1. I don't know whose side of the board I like here. Who knows what's in their hand? I mean, we do. Hopefully they just pass. Now they bump in the night. Oh, Mr. Carey, don't do that to me. Heart palpitations. Ah. And for fans of propaganda, we got Wiki Bear coming up on our next break. Hopefully it's a break following a victory. Sushi Party. Yeah, Gurmag Angler is a very easy get when you're playing charades magic style. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay, and the Zealot. All right. We're going to be able to kill both of them. God, I hate that he drew the lands. Come on, land destruction. Still was a good draw. Come on now. Hey! Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go like this. Interesting. We'll attack here. Got a block. Get rid of Skyfisher. He's going to be able to... interesting play. He's got that. Probably what? These 2 are going to come out next. We'll see. Well, we used 3 Sign in Bloods if memory serves. I think we ate a few in our yard. Let's see. We've got 1 there. 2, 3, 4. Nope. No more Sign in Bloods. Tactical Terry. Skyfisher shows. Okay. He doesn't have any sort of... God. Sure didn't help us with this. I'm just like, what could this be? So we face a 2-mana colored deck, and it looks like we're going to win it. Unless there's some really tricky shenanigan I don't know about. All right. So we're 1-2, but we placed Big Green Rogue first game. We won, then we lost a close one. RDW should have been a blowout, but that was close, and now we won. So, hey, at least we got one win on the day for Super Rogue. Let's just jump in round 4, see what we can see. Yeah. So how many of you out there are going to be playing Magic Charades with your family or friends on a road trip? Pretty cool. It's just one of those things. It's not anybody's. It's just kind of the merger of 2 games, and just complete serendipity on this end. We just started doing it, and it's just really brought father and son closer together. And when we're not studying homework, playing Magic, we're playing Magic Charades. So that's kind of cool. There's a rare card that we got from a friend, RJ, called the Chronozoa, I think. It's 3 and a blue. It's a 3/3, and it has fading, and when it naturally dies, like some amoeba, it just keeps making copies of itself. And that's kind of the MVP in the little tabletop desk versions we're playing right now. So my son thinks that's one of the best cards in Magic. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you for that, Shiraz. Yeah, Shiraz, I think this shuffler is out to get me. I'm going to scream one of these days, but I can't. I'm just too happy. It's stormy outside. I can already tell the nimbus sky is rolling in. It's supposed to rain all day today, and then it conveniently turned into just the evening, so I'm a little bummed out about that. But I'm not going to complain. Take it when I can get it. This is the most rain we've had ever in this region, and probably the last 4 months feels like we live in Seattle. It's pretty cool. I looked it up, and they misprinted Peat Bog. Was the cheapest misprint. Interesting. Is the misprint that same sort of orange Halloween look, or is it in paper? Is it the exact same? I'm not quite sure how that rolls. Alrighty. Oh, okay. I was about to roll the commercial if this was going to take much longer, but it's a doable time. All right. Good hand. I mean, we've got 2, 3, 3, 3. We're on the play. We could draw Peat Bog. It's cool. We've got a turn 2 land destruction followed by another one. And enough healthy stuff to... We'll keep it. Yeah. 3 times. Oh, interesting. Remote farm. Oh, please don't be burn. It's burn. Okay, well, there goes our chance at a 3-2. I don't mean to sound like a defeatist here, guys, but I'm being realistic. It always seems when I go up against Burn 2, I've got Rancid Earth and Sign in Blood in my opening, where it's just like, sucker. Okay, here's a question, because it's gonna be sideboarding time real quick. Do you guys think I should cut all Sign in Bloods in the matchup against Burn? I've read some stuff online. A lot of people think that's the way to roll. God, oh man, I love seeing Edict right there. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh. Burn now. That'd be so cool. Beat Burn for like the first time in weeks with this. I usually cut 3. Shabraz, are you always playing this deck? Wink. Alright, 3 lands. Land destruction's kinda dead. Here comes the Lavamancer for a whole lot of nothing. Angler, okay. Alright, let's blow up some lands. And the bit of experience I do have with this deck, always focus on basic lands and not the Forgotten Caves. Reason being, a lot of times you can really put the truth to them if they've got Fire Blast. Most people overlook that, and they're thinking, I got 2 lands. Oh wait, they got to be mountains. Yikes. I'm going to lean on another, just trying to knock his lands out from under him here, guys. Maybe he's got a I don't know what he's got, to be honest with you, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got an Angler next turn. If we got a Swamp, problem. Okay, that sucks. Wow. It's like taking 5. Pop. Even more now. What I meant was that Lava Spike felt like 5 with that double drop. Man, oh man. Well, got no way out of this if, I mean, I want to Rancid Earth here. And if he doesn't draw land, we're at 5. And then we've got Angler. We're at 3. And then he's in top deck mode, and that's how he's going to beat us. It'll feel like we've got some hope, and then 1 mountain lightning bolt, we're dead. But I got to do what I got to do. I'm not going to just throw a crypt out in front of it and wait a turn. Try to buy our future. All right, no more lands. Come on, be stuck. Let's let that Angler do some work. Ooh. No more land, no more land. Okay, that's working for us. That's cool. Can we do that? If we do this, that'll be 5 in the yard and 2 will get us to 7. Right? Let me just double check that. We'll have 1 left over, and we will have 5 in the yard. No, that doesn't work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. We can do it next turn. 3, 4. Let's go. Hopefully he's a cowardly player and doesn't want to attack. I highly doubt we're not going to be at 3 here. We might be dead right here. Drop a mountain, lightning bolt. Whoop. Oh, there it is. I'll tell you. It might be even more painful if he just rift bolts here. It's just like, look at what could have been. Enjoy your failure, human. Boom, boom. And are we dead? Or is he one of those cruel bastards that's going to wait till the end of our turn? Wowza. This is when you do wish you had I'm going to use the dead weight just because we already saw Thermal Alchemist, so I hold the edict there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, 3's got us beat. We haven't taken damage. This is a loss of life. Should we sign in blood ourselves? We're dead to any spell. I know we're dead. What I'm saying is, like, we can sign in blood right now and he can't needle drop us because it's loss of life. What's correct, Georgie Pipe? I can die to anything right now, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We might as well go to 1 life. I don't hate the ideas. All this vagary. Sign. To sign in blood. Lovecraft says sign. I mean, we're dead to so much stuff here. Maybe it'll be a, well, no, I was going to say Swamp Dark Ritual, but I'm like, well, we don't have any land destruction here. I'm going to sign. Everything kills us here. We might as well. The only way this is a bad play is if he drops another lava runner. Well, we've got ways here. We'll rock like this. He's probably just got another drop of land, and then he's going to Searing Blaze us. Is probably my bet now. Yep. Is that? Yeah, he's probably been waiting on it. Here it comes. 3, 2, and I was right. Okay. Almost out of the woods there. Would have been nice if land destruction showed up. Let's see how far away the next land destruction spell was. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'm going to completely lose the, well, 2 Crypt Rats. I'm going to bring in all the links. Now, this is when it gets neat. We're just like out of the land destruction business game. And we're just going to become a discard factory. Distresses come in. Wretch Mind comes in. Now we have room for 2 more cards. I guess you could use these as blockers, and if our link does show up, I want them. Doesn't mean I have to trip them. So this is kind of what I'm going to roll with here. Befoul can at least get rid of a creature or something. I don't want to be doing myself damage, so you can tilt him. What did he win? Oh yeah, yeah. You can't step away against Burn here, guys. Come on now. Whoo! All right. Definite break after this one. We'll hit some Wiki Bear. Oh, go grab another soda, and we'll be back to finish it up. And I don't think we're going to be in the winner's circle having this matchup. I'll be happy if I can pull 2-1 again, or a 1-2 here. Heating up the chili. Ooh, party at Shiraz's. Is it another drinking night? Chili's usually a good day later accessory. We saw enough creatures. I'm going to keep the dead weights. Yep, I'm just going to roll with this and we'll see. I mean, Little Fight, would you want to run into this? Probably. Yeah, I've considered the retrace mechanic, as we all know and love. Even the Child of Night. So many, the Luxor River Shrine. I thought of adding some artifacts for it. This is just one of those. I think it's just better to just kind of focus on, like, if I go against Control and Burn, I can have a really heavy discard package. Otherwise, yeah, I want to play first. Well, if we get another land, this is cool. I've got to get another land. I got to mulligan this. Good news is we've got 2 cards. It's kind of like a forced mull here too, because we're not going to be casting these. So it's like we're at 5 already. So I'm going to mulligan this just so we can see the next card. All right, well, we've got Hope. If we look into another ritual, I can double cast it, throw it on here, and then it's good game. We'll keep this. So we want to see a ritual. Not a bog. I'll throw that on the bottom. And we'll lead off with, we don't have any discard, but we've got a lot of hope in our angler here. So this is when you want to use Peat Bog real aggressively, because you want it to trip, because it adds 3 to the delve count of angler. Ritual brings up 4/5, and the rest can be eaten. What about just main decking Fountains for Burn? I've tried Little Fight, and that's when you have that crucial, you need 1 more swamp and you draw it. It's just one of those things. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost already got it. We have it next turn naturally. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there will be 7. Yeah, we do. So I'll just hold off here. Hopefully we're not in too deep a crap early. This is why I know Vampiric Link has that mystique about it. So does Darksteel Pendant, right? It's just like, oh, what a noob. I'm telling you, it breaks the rules. It's the reason when I did have it main, it's the reason I was actually the only on Sunday, the only reason that I did 4-1 with this, I had the Lynx main. Okay. All right, here we are. Well, we've got some nice defense here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a whole lot more. And I think we're going to win this game. I mean, outside of craziness. Who doesn't like casting that on turn 3? Or on turn 1 with the double ritual. So again, there's scenarios here where we might only have 2 land. That's why I tested Cartouche a lot. I know it's a great card, but it's greedy in this deck. Vampiric Link, the majority of the time you're going to be pushing it on Crypt Rats in most matchups. And that 1 is huge because every little bit is mana added. Oh, I'm so glad he tapped out. Now I don't have to worry about a lightning bolt with a fire blast onto the angler here. So I think we've won this game. If he had 4 mountains, I'd be a little worried. He's not running Thunderclap, hopefully. Yeah, I know a lot of you had to look that one up, didn't you? Do we get a scoop? This is pretty hard to come back from. Of course, we can deal with it right away. We're only at 16. So cool when you can put multiples of these on there, though. It's just never dead. If they've got a creature out, you can nullify it. It's starting to make me want to just play it main again. I don't know what I'm doing. Not Thunderous Wrath. So that was like gaining 5 life, and now we're gaining like 6 because we're going to be able to get out of the woods with this. Probably a Fire Blast going to smash him here. What? Did he just eat a 3 spell? And that can't be. What? What's going on here? That was weird. He picked the wrong spell. We like this. We'll rock like this. I'm gonna retch. Take that. This never happens usually, but this is the first time I've had this much discard against it in rounds 2 and 3. So Searing Blade. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's what happened. He played Rift. What did he do? Yeah, he Rift Bolted thinking the Lava Spike could target a creature, and he probably just misread it. I've done worse. Thunderclap. There it is. Oh, Nemchimsky. Good idea. Little on the crude side, but that might be a good, almost a jingle in Magic, right? Well, this is a nice scenario. The 10-point life swing every turn, and our opponent's hellbent, and we've got a creature answer in our hand. All right. Oh, God. Let if I keep it clean. All right. Here we go again, right? There's been no blowouts. We've been 50-50 going into every single game 3. So I know there's something here. It's just, I got to get those numbers just right. So far, I was about to say the lands feel good, but I don't know if they do or not. All right. I mean, we did have a lot of flood, but early on, you guys feeling like the 3 bogs, too much, too little? I'm telling you, when you go up against the Delver Angler stuff. I mean, could the metagame show up? Watch, we're going to lose the last round to like the Dimir Delver list, right? Every word. Johnny Carson clean. All right. Yeah. My brother was laughing one time. I was doing this old-timey vaudeville voice with some radio ad, and we were ad-libbing, and I was like, for that chewable taste every time. And he's like, chewable taste? And he just started losing it, and he's laughing like crazy. So then the other day, they just call them Adrianisms at this point. My my youngest was asking about it was some murderer came up in school, like, you know, serial killer or whatever, and I meant to say, you know, he's a mass murderer, but I said he's a multiple mass murderer, and it was like a few beats go by and we kind of look at each other and just start laughing. It was like, oh, there's some extra syllables for no reason. Yay, look at this hand. First turn angler. We'll keep this. Followed up with a duress. And we've got some removal, so hopefully we just walk right into a lifelink. Thunderboxing. All right. Shiraz with a dare. Here we are. Let's get this party started. Here we go. If this feed's good for anything, it's to show you what a first turn angler looks like. Woohoo! Boom, 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 boom. Take that. Little fight. Why can't I have hands like this against you? Of course, double lightning bolt, and I'm not feeling so good. Actually, 1 lightning bolt if he just aims this rift bolt in the right spot. I'm so glad we drew a land there. Okay. Is this going to be a Gurmag Angler that said prevent the next 6 damage to your dome? You can read it optimally. Don't be a Searing Blaze. Come on. It is. Okay. Well, there goes our fun. But our opponent's only at 4, and we've got some discard here. Let's make our land count in case we draw a land destruction next turn. I'm going to duress here. And we're going to follow it up with Bog. If you time Bog right, it can feel pretty deluxe. Yeah, we'll play the same game here. Martyr of Ash. Good luck with that. I'll do this to turn off Lava Runner. And this is feeling okay. I've seen worse. It's nice to actually have Bog against Burn and it be relevant with the Lava Runner. We just saved 2 life right there if you're keeping track. Okay, well, we know what he's drawing now. So Fire Blast and Martyr in his hand. You think he's got the balls to blast his own lands? We shall see soon enough. The Befoul shows up. This is gone. We've got a pretty honest matchup going in here. Don't let this fool you. We're supposed to lose this horribly. I think we're probably 90% on their side, 10% us, if I was being truly honest, which I try to be with you guys, because that's what it's all about. Ooh, this will put the hurt into him. Let's see how honest he wants to be. You're going to be a true Burn mage and sack the Fire Blast? Let's see what he's made of, or her. Shiraz, before you forget, send me just the how-to or the place that I fixed that robot link. I don't want another week to go by without it spewing out the wrong thing. Not that many people, I mean, people are watching it on YouTube, so it's kind of a ridiculous thing to have anyway, but just in case there's new blood in the house. All right, well, I know what he's got. Fire Blast in hand against a land destruction deck. This is interesting. I almost want him to drop a cave because I will pull that mountain. All right. Nope. You want to be hellbent? That's fine with me. Come on, land. No. God dang it. Come on. Oh, I'll kill the lands. I just got to get to that 4th mana. It's amazing how often this deck finds itself in that scenario. This just got a little worse. A little worse again. Well, land's better than a lightning bolt to the dome. Oh, that first turn angler would have been so nice if it stuck around. Another land. Okay, that's going to put a lot less pressure on him to keep it honest, but we're going to do it anyway. Come on, give us a 2 for 1, because we've got another one after that. I'm actually glad we've got the amount of removal we've got. Man, an Alchemist right now, so cruel. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it again. And I'm going to bog just in case you-know-who shows up. We don't want Lavamancer getting us down to 9 here. Really liking the 3 bogs. Think 4 would probably be too much, but boy, if the metagame keeps going the way it is with Bully and Dimir, might be relevant. All right. Okay, that's enough of that. I don't really have any reason to hold on to these, so I'm just going to get rid of them. In case we have to pay extra for something, who knows. Hey, hey, Freak 125 in the house. Good to see you. I've had a bunch of close losses. And 1 win. Hopefully this will be 2, but I don't think so. Easily our worst matchup. Second place would have to be Affinity. Wretchmine, such a beating. Such a beating. Wretchmine goes through those ebb and flows of the metagame, right? People start playing it again, or MBC becomes a thing, and then they're like, okay, so he lost that, we think. He might still have it. And then people kind of start playing artifact lands main or choosing artifact tech. Whew. Boy, I wish I had the retrace mechanic now. These extra lands. That would be nice. 2 lands in hand. Come on, another Wretchmine maybe. Duress. I'm probably going to eat 3 to the face if we do this, but it'll at least maybe cost him 2 lands if he wants to Fire Blast us, and we'll at least get a little, see what we can see if Angler does show up, pull us back in this. Even Crypt Rat's here. If we draw into the vampiric thing, it's doing 2 damage and 1 to itself, so you gain quite a bit of life. All right, double Fire Blast. Okay, so we know he's got the 1, so we're at 7 life. Doesn't feel very good. Another Lava Runner, and we're... Alright, now we're at 4. Now we almost don't want to blow up his land. Encourage it, right? Well, I'm going to do this just in case I draw into, you know what? He could have a Searing Blaze, but he'd have to draw a land on top of that for it to be really relevant. We know he's just on Fire Blast. There's 2 in the yard, and I believe 1 out here. No, he could draw into another one. That's the one. All right, did he draw the other one? He probably did. This is usually how the game goes. I don't have any delusions about. Yep, double Fire Blast puts us in our spot. I'm actually, of all the close losses today, that one well deserved. We're not supposed to win that matchup. So, all right, guys, here comes Wiki Bear. I'll be back for the last round right after this.
I can answer any question you have. I'm Wiki Bear.
Here's a question. What was the second animated film produced by Pixar?
Checking now. Got it. That movie was A Bug's Life, released in 1998.
I actually think that's correct. Yeah, that's really great.
Wow. Speaking of bugs, Chicago gangster Bugs Moran was the intended target of Al Capone's St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 of Bugs' mob associates were brutally gunned down in a blood-soaked garage. I'm Wiki Bear.
Wiki Bear, I don't think anybody wants to hear about people getting gunned down in a garage.
The hitmen were disguised as policemen, which just goes to show you, kids, never trust a cop.
No, no. No, you should trust cops. That's terrible. That was one incident.
Capone died of syphilis.
Oh, for God's sake, just... Let's try another question. Wiki Bear, when was the Eiffel Tower built?
The Eiffel Tower was erected just in time for the 1889 World's Fair and is now one of the most iconic sites in Paris.
Okay, that is absolutely right.
Yeah. Merci beaucoup. And speaking of Paris sites, are you familiar with the Candiru parasite? A tiny but horrifying blood-sucking fish that lives in the Amazon? It can travel along the human urine stream and straight into your penis. Yay!
Why would you say yay after that? No one wants to hear about a parasite going into your penis.
Imagine a pain so intense you'd rather tear off your own genitals and endure it 1 second longer.
Okay.
I'm Wiki Bear.
No, okay.
I'm glad I don't have genitals.
All right. No, you don't. Okay, here's a question even you can't ruin, Wiki Bear. At what age are most people considered happiest?
According to a survey conducted in England, by age 37, most people have completed all their basic life goals, so the happiest age is 37, yay!
I had no idea. That's a really fun fact.
Yeah. Here's another fun fact. 37 is also the number of victims claimed by the Zodiac Killer.
Oh, my God.
A serial murderer who told the police he was collecting human slaves for the afterlife. Yay!
Do not tell kids about the Zodiac Killer, all right?
Even though he left plenty of clues, he was never brought to justice. He's probably still out there dreaming up his next creative murder. I'm Wiki Bear.
All right, no. Just stop it. I don't want to hear any more about
He was just thinning out the herd. Yay! We should thank him.
No, we shouldn't thank him. That's terrible. You're a terrible toy for children, all right?
If I could hold a gun, I'd kill you right now.
All right.
Are you feeling bogged down or despondent? Has a friend or loved one noticed you look withered? Then Phiresius may be right for you. Phiresius is an all-natural Phyrexian supplement that can give you a different outlook on life. Do not take Phiresius while enchanted, equipped, or half shroud. Players taking Phiresius should not man vehicles for at least 3 turns. Avoid contact with humans or merfolk if you've had a recent gut shot or have had any interactions with the graveyard. In extreme cases, exile may occur. Ask your alchemist if Phiresius is right for you. Available at Moros's Market.
Hey all you propaganda knights! Want a great deal that also helps propaganda? Well, you're in luck! Visit FlipsideGaming.com for all your paper magic needs. Simply enter the code PROPAGANDA and get 10% off on all orders $10 or more. Plus, you'll help us too.
From the volcano of Balaku to the leech-ridden swamps of Agadir, cast off all your inhibition at the only casino in all Dominar. Experience the pinnacle of personal pleasure. Venture boldly at Rakdos Casino, and may all your underworld dreams come true. Rakdos Casino, the place for premium pleasures.
And we are back with the last round. I don't know who we're facing, but we got an okay hand here. Bit of a curve, nice. All right, nice curve. Say that, but we'll keep it. Open up the graveyard here, see what we can see. Hopefully it's good stuff. All right. Love me some Wiki Bear. Man, I wish Conan O'Brien, if you don't catch that show, make sure to. He's awesome. They've got some of the best skits. Outside of a daze, we like our first turn here against Delver. And I can't quite remember. I think I'm slightly favored with Delver just because of the Crypt Rats. One of the things I lost in the first version was I used to run, what was it, the Kombaji Witches. And they're obviously great against Delver, but they're so, especially like Mezzo's variant, where they can mutagenic one turn, kind of slip something past you, and then before you know it, you vapor snagged and you get kind of overwhelmed by Fae. It's all happened. I just, slots are very valuable, and I really wanted to lean on Rats. They can kind of clean up everything. That's why we run Edicts, obviously because of Angler in the metagame too. Got the early dead weight for our Nemesis and a Tog, which I'm so glad we didn't see today. I'll take one burn loss. I said at the top of the show, burn and affinity are the top two things we do not want to see. We've got some answers, but boy, do we got to draw them. Fling happens fast. All right. So, does he got another one behind it? Nope. Not quite sure. Texium Probe doesn't usually make the mono list, so this is either some strange tribe variant or Dimir Delver, or could be Nifix Cyclops. We'll see. You guys should see. Oh, Icefall. Yeah, I've tried to make that work so much. You know what's funny? Back when the metagame was a lot faster, that was a card. I have a deck that ran War Marshals, and there weren't really that many creatures. Reminded me of Kung Fu Trees' Tethmos combo list with the creature base, and it just seemed to get there. And I think that might be the takeaway, like what I was just talking about with mono green land destruction, where it's like, well, it's not, if you build it ramp style, land destruction's there if you want it. It comes up, wins a few games here or there, but it's not leaning so heavily on it. Realistically, I think that might be the way to go, but I'm an absolutist. I just love going all in, and if you really like land destruction, I really think the only true viable way to break even, or maybe even better, hopefully, I mean, we're not going to today. If we win here, we'll go 2-3. All right, so it is Dimir. So close. As my card suggests, I would love this to be a card, right? That'd be pretty killer. All right, well, I'm going to attempt to blow up the swamp. I'll eat a foil here. If anything, it's going to cost him a land to do that. And a card. We've got the day's math up. Don't really want to pick on islands till later or in a pinch. Because of the Gurmag Angler, he's already got the math for it. Be nice if we had a bog right now. Yeah, Skirk Prospector's another one. That ability to be able to sacrifice stuff at instant speed just whenever you want, like Fume Spitter, Carrion Feeder, it's so valuable. I mean, imagine how good like an undying creature like Young Wolf would be if you could just choose to, I think I'll kill it now. It's like, yeah, because 1, 2, that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll have Angler math next if maybe they tap out for something. I've got a nice answer. Maybe we can draw out a counter with the Crypt Rats, who knows? I kind of like when they get a little counter happy and get, I think foil's new enough. People are like, oh, look, I got an answer. And it's like they don't really ask the big question, is it worth it right now? At least in my experience. All right, let's see. This probably denotes that he's holding foil. My wife and I aren't the best cooks in the world. She'll be the first to admit it. But man, she made some salmon the other night. Oh my goodness. Best I've ever had in my whole life. And I've had a lot of salmon in my life. It's just completely, just one of those, it must have just been at the peak eatability, if that's a word. Amazing. All right, well, I'm going to save that for that. Hopefully I can trip the rats to eat up the bolus or any sort of other Delver shenanigans that might show up. And we'll go from there. I've even wondered if you should run like 2 Sign in Blood and 2 Darksteel Pendants just to swap spots with it to see how it goes. Because 1, when it shows up, you're like, oh man, I wonder what 2 would be like. Because boy, mid-game, man, you're able to, like right now, you just pay a swamp. And if it's a swamp, you're like, I don't want that. I got a swamp. And you're a card ahead. It's already paid for itself. Ooh, boy, do we like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've got that. Okay. Well, let's try to cast the Angler first. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Just so we can get more in the yard if he does counter it. We're a dog to days here, but I don't care. Played 3 bogs for a reason. This is reason number 1. We want to see him around this stage, and it showed up here just in time. We're going to see a foil. He's probably just got a Chainer's Edict. Does it live? Does it live? Everybody cross your fingers. Hope for the best. Foil. Okay, well, we got a land there. Cool. Have fun scratching out of that scenario. one land down, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this, I don't want to sound cocky, but this is kind of the scenario that keeps coming up when I do win these matchups. Is, you know, they just kind of go all in and they're stuck on that like 1 or 2 land thing, and then the land destruction does show up, and then the other angler shows up. That's the theory. How it's supposed to work, damn it. Often doesn't. I'll probably drop rats here and just start trading. I'm going to try to hold that edict till it really counts. Definitely played if we see a Delver show up here. Okay, here we are. And we've got extra here, so what do we care? It's just edict bait at this point, or convenient raceability. Not worth countering, but it's a pain in the butt. It's a lot like Augur Bolus. In one more turn and we can just take out an angler if we need to. I'd really like him to be stultified on lands here. Did he blow his load? Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in the yard. We haven't really blown up any. Watch him pull Ninja, be like, what? You're not supposed to play that in Dimir. I don't know why. Seems like a pretty good card. Somebody will do it, 5-0 with it, and then it'll become okay to play that. The Magic community as a whole, not any of you, I'm sure, wink wink, is quite a cowardly creation, I have found. Sign of life in the chat. What you mean? Oh man, see, worst land destruction we could pull, Choking Sands. Of course it could promote another Gush, which I don't mind seeing right now. We'll throw this out. I'm gonna try this. See if it buys something. All right. Yeah. Brainstorm it is. And we'll attack. It's a slow race, but it's a race nonetheless. Anybody know where that word came from? Nonetheless. Doesn't really make sense when you break it down. Or like the slip up people make when they say, I could care less. It's like, no, you couldn't care less is how the phrase is supposed to go. I'm on my last driblets of soda. Nonetheless. That'd be a good Magic card. Some, what is it? Orzhov? Ah, I'm saying it wrong again, aren't I? None the less. She could come into play and like make you sacrifice creatures that aren't devout tokens or something like that. Orzhov. That spelling it correctly doesn't help me. Nothing helps me. Who am I kidding? All right, what are we gonna see here? Caesar. Days. Haha. Well, he can at least save one of those dudes. Oh, dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, 3. I'll pop this. Yeah. I'll blow those dudes up. I'm tempted to play the Crypt Rats, but I'll wait for a real counter spell. Play around Days. Come on, Angler. Where you at? 2, 4, 5, 6. Land gets us to flashback math. We've got Days in the house, so that's a little lame. But Syscoms, it never happened. Anything goes, basically. Oh, that's true. I see what you're saying. Syscoms, if you did, I didn't read it, but what happened to the gig, man? What, you got a Cliff Notes version that you can let us know, or what it is you do? You never know. A lot of eyes out there. Maybe somebody knows of a job opening that's right up your alley. I've always had a pipe dream that one of you out there will be like, oh, I know somebody that needs a editor producer for this, this, and this. I know just the guy. Send him my way. Okay, there's the Angler. I miss my whiskey with whiskey mixer, says Lovecraft. Okay. Okay, well, we've got signs of life here. 1, 2, 3, 4 will get us that. Cancel that. Oh. Cancel. Undo is what I meant. I froze there for a minute. I'm like, did I just punt? All right, let's rock here. And I think they only have 2 swamps in this build, so if we can get rid of that swamp, that'll be good times. Okay, well, that works good. Now we'll play around the days. And we'll befoul next turn. All right. Yeah, I'll pay for it. What's up? You got another one? It's got another one. I'm kind of fine with that play. Okay. I'm playing land destruction. I'm very happy you want to throw lands back in your hand. Makes my next play real easy. As long as the 1 mana answers are found in the angler, as far as like being answered, I should say. I've got no problem with that. 2, 3, 4. Let's blow up some swamps. Now where's your double days? I'm in Chile, but I work in insurance. It's kind of a pipe dream to get a job in the U.S., but who knows, says Syscoms. Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, there's international love all over the place, so never know. Our audience is anything but America. It's just where I broadcast from, but I think the majority of us are out in Europe. Okay, well, let's do a little bluff here and then say, let's think again about it. And then we'll go like this and stab ourselves in the arm. Is it worth the counter spell? Doo-da. Nope. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play this just like it is. I'll probably eat a counter spell here. What I want to do is get more stuff in their yard. I've got Days Math up. Has he got another foil? Does not. Interesting. Okay, we'll play this and cut off any access to an angler. They want to keep blowing up their own lands. That's cool. Maybe we'll get bounced. I don't even know if I'm in Europe anymore. Is this Shiraz? Is that because of your blood alcohol content or for local government? Yeah, that's kind of the move, ain't it? Womp womp, Curse of Chains. British Isle floating a bit away. My buddy, I got a real good friend that lives on the Isle of Man, has for about 5 or 6 years now. Has it been that long? Probably not. Government mostly, says Shiraz. So imagine if Curse of Chains wasn't here. I've played this matchup 3 times. 2 of them have kind of gone this way, where they go a little too all in on the defensive plays, and as long as you can deal with the angler, as he's done to me, you kind of got him up against the ropes. There's a bit too many answers and not enough threats for this deck. I mean, it's an amazing deck. It's just that's the reason I brought it out from hiding. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. If you just focus on swamps and anglers, and they kind of help you along the way with gushing and dazing and sometimes making your job a little bit easier. Another discard heavy game we're going to have to play here. Oh God, Brexit. Yeah, I remember that. This comes at a good interview yesterday. Nice. I'm curious, Syscoms, did you know somebody when you got that gig? Because my God, my experience, I think I've gotten like 2 interviews and 1 job without knowing somebody. Every single other time I have to know somebody. It's just the way of the world. Oh, come on, deck. Come on. We got him on the ropes here. Let's go. Let's see, how many more anglers do they have? Let's see. Oops. Pull this up. Nope, nope, nope. 1. I thought we had 2 anglers down. Am I blind? Huh. Weird. RIW Hobbies. Yeah, we've had very close losses. We lost to Big Green, but it was a close one, 2-1 or 1-2. We lost to RDW, which we're supposed to, but that was even close, 1-2. Then we beat Horshove, and we had a very close one, which we're not supposed to, 1-2 loss against Burn, and now we're going up against this. So. Yeah, it's a very clear example of like the deck's way better than what would probably end up being a 2-3 or a 1-4 day. Like I said, Stormfront incoming. I love playing Rogue. So sue me. I'll suffer for all of you just so we have new stuff to look at. All right. Well, that doesn't do crap, does it? Curious. I wasn't paying close attention. Game log. What did he fetch to get Terramorphic Expanse? The island. He tripped it and didn't reveal. Huh. Well, that's not going to get us much of anything, is it? Let's just wait for that to keep him off black. Ah, there's the offending party. I know RIW Hobbies, how's the weather out there? I know on Facebook I follow you guys, and I've said some pretty poor dad jokes, MTG style. Something about avoiding the frost and stuff, but hope everything's good out there. It's got to be frustrating as a game store to have to say don't come in tonight, because it's like, that's all you want to do when it's cold and blustery out is play games, but I guess if it's not safe, don't want to chance that either. So it has been freezing, says RW Hobbies. We were negative 30 wind chill the past few days. Ow. As much as I like dark weather, I don't like it super cold. Who does? I think that's just a living organism trait. All right, thank you for that little fight. 21. We've got Chainer's Edict for days. Boy, this would have been over. Curse of Chains. So many answers for Gurmag if you have access to all the colors. Black really only has the Edict effects. I thought if a Tog wasn't a thing, I would gladly run what you call Diabolic Edict on top of it, because it eats other Delvers too, and it's a nice little surprise element end of turn. But Affinity just has too many creatures out there, and we've got to kill a Tog. Same with Tribe. Yeah, this is what global warming's like, at least here in LA. I really like it. Not that I'm a fan of hurting the planet, but you got to have an upside to it. It's like, it's nice. We're actually getting a bit of a winter here, and I mean for the first time. Cannot exaggerate. It sprinkles here and people call it a storm, and there's all this news coverage and stuff. It's really ridiculous and funny to watch. But I think he's just out of swamps, and I think we depending on what we see here, he's had too many options with that Terramorphic Expanse. They're just grabbing nothing. Maybe they're just running 2 anglers and some new, I'm not sure. I'm waiting for like a, dual land life gain thingy, or he's got to have like aqueducts. Maybe that's what he's pulling for. It's another Expanse. Okay. Only got 16 cards left. It might be worth edicting that Bolas, especially if we draw another one. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not worth doing right now. I'm going to edict now. I got a weird feeling he doesn't have probably get one of like our Icequake countered, and then we can follow it up with Sands. Okay, so they've only got 16 cards left, and yeah, see, they got Snuff Out. That's another reason I like this build. I've got like 3 or 4 dead cards, Doomblades, Snuff Outs. Depends on the build, but Curse of Chains game 1. That's kind of cruel. This would have been over real fast. Come on, keep drawing your cards. Happy to have you. See, another angler. Well, I think we're safe. I think he's only playing 2 swamps. Yeah, I'll play that. if that's the case, I'm going to sit back. He's going to draw himself out if that keeps up. Alright, sorry for the long game here, guys. Hopefully we can come up with the win. Alright, W Hobbies, am I live in your store? Okay, note to self. They've only got 2 swamps? This is like a tribe lands. I'm just going to hold on. I'm not doing anything good. Tactical Terry says, it was so cold the UPS suspended any of their outdoor pickups and deliveries for 2 days. Wow. Energy plant had an explosion causing the state to have lower their thermostats. Wow. Craziness. Yeah, it would be. There's so many cards you can point to at this stage of the game because they all work, right? I celebrated Christmas as an Chimsky in Australia in 2001. I know the Earth is round and has a southern hemisphere. Don't tell that to Kyrie Irving. All right. Now there's all the anglers, and he's speeding up his demise here, hopefully. Learning a lot about this deck. I'm kind of confused. Snuff Out looks normal, but all this fetch, maybe he's got aqueducts and they're all on the bottom of the... and where are our anglers? We're halfway through our deck. We've only seen 1/4 of them. Round like a pancake, says Shiraz. You don't even have to... You can go up in like a hot air balloon and see the curve of the Earth. I think they'd have a little bit more success if they said it was slightly beveled. All right, Rancid Earth would be kind of nice right about now. We're really going to eat Delver food. All right, I'm going to use these just to use them. See if he gets counter happy, hopefully. Probably not. Come on, gush and response. You know you want to. Days. All right. I'll play another one of these. I'll play another one of these. Make him think we're setting up for like some angler play. Nope. Haha. But we're only got a 4-turn clock if this damn thing flips. Very glad. I thought I might live to regret that Chainer's Edict on the Augur of Bolus like 6 turns ago, but we'd be on about a 2-turn clock if that wasn't the case. I think this person knows that they've just got to protect that Delver at all costs. Regardless, fun to chip off the lands there. If he drops a Dimir Aqueduct, I'm going to be so mad. Be like, no! Well, it's another dead card in their hand. Problem is, we've only got 4 turns. They've got 10. Okay, probably holding all their counter magic for any sort of... What we really want is another Edict here. How many do we have? 1. Thank goodness. We've got 3 left in R29. Major ocean concerns changing due to cooler weather and the caps melting into the seas. Oceans are a major driver of weather. Truer words have never been spoken. Hey, look how awesome this hand is. The drawback of trying to have those explosive starts is this. Everybody's measuring their thermometers, wink wink, in the chat. Okay, he's got the probe going. Boy, how good would Crypt Rats be here? IRS in Belgium caught a guy. He had to prepay 120 million. He can pay 400 each month. Isn't that the truth? You always hear about these just super criminals, and it's like, or like the one Wolf of Wall Street was based on. He's kind of got this celebrity status now, even though he just ruined so many people's lives. And it's like, if you read about, he's still kind of rolling in it, and he has to pay, but he's still living good. And it's like, what? How's that work? It's really weird. Okay. I want to get Threshold, so I'm going to do this just because. I'll probably eat a counter. Here comes a foil. I don't have any recourse, which sucks. It'd be so cool if, you know, we could bluff that we had a Gurmag Angler here. Maybe that's why it will work. I doubt it though. Yep, here's a foil. Alright. Alright. We got one more turn. We got to draw something good here. What went wrong here? I think you could look at our lands and say we probably drew too many. We haven't drawn a Crypt Rat. We haven't drawn another Chainer's Edict. There's only 26 cards left after this next draw. And we can't even kill everything if we do draw an Edict. But our opponent only has... I'm going to take as much time as I can here and play Jerk Magic because he's only got 9 minutes. Just sideboarding and stuff. Yeah, if we had a mouse, that would be nice. That is the benefit of Dark Rituals. It's never really dead in this list. You can dump them into the rats. That's why I also like the Darksteel Pendant, because you can first turn Ritual and activate it as a first turn if you don't have anything else going on. That, huh? So at the beginning of the turn, I think I'm just going to play the Rituals out just to maybe make them miss a thing or have to respond. He'll do this turn. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll pass on 13. He's like, huh? It was a 20-second move. That's why, baby. You've only got 8 minutes left. Game 2 takes this long. What a weird... It was enough to beat us, but it sure helped that we just drew nothing but lands or rituals. He took another 10 seconds to attack. Okay. Woo! Crypt Rats. I kind of like it just because it can eat edicts. Some actually might leave those. Lose 2 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. Let's put in some Wretch Mines. I'd really like to make room for everything here. Screw Sign in Blood. And 1 of these, 1 of these. Come on in. Another Duress. This can't really kill much. Let's kill 2 of these and get in some more Duress. I really want to fit in this last Duress. The dead weight? Sure. Watch, he has a Delver heavy draw. I'll be like, no! Where's our Chainer's Edicts? Is this folly? Let's see. We 2 rats, anglers, befoul. I'm gonna lose. Actually, I'm gonna lose the Choking Sands. I'm gonna keep 2 befouls. We know we only have 2 swamps to worry about in this 60, so it's gonna keep these. All I want to do is just shred his hand. I've got 2 dead weights now. 2 bloods. We'll throw on 2 links just to keep the game long. Let's go. Alright, Robert tried to climb a gate. Pants got stuck, fell down, was hanging upside down, butt naked in winter. Nice. There's some Arshav logic, right? Yeah, I want to play first. Or Justice, I should say. Yeah, it's alright. Our land's okay. I don't know about this hand, guys. We don't have any late game. Late game. Late game. If he has a Delver, I'm going to ship this. I'll keep this. We've already got one. We'll throw that on the bottom. Famous last words, right? And we'll start eviscerating their hand is the theory. Let's see. Oh, hey, that's nice. I'll get rid of your only way out. Nice to know what they're dealing with here. Wretch Mine's going to just, oh my god, so burly. Come on, let's win this one, baby. Are these matching lands? They are. Preordained. So we know what he drew, or her, or it, who knows. Ha! 2, 3, looks like they're a bit afraid of the land destruction package. Here we go, one more land and we're feeling good. Let's see what we can get. What are they discarding here? See? Normally, you discard the lands, right? Not against this deck. 4 cards, one must be a counter or like a deprive, preferring to hold the island than a fetch land, or maybe they just drew that swamp. They played this one. Okay. That's what I think, Georgie Pie. It might be a little rope-a-dope. Maybe they board him in. I don't know why you would. Sideboard slots are too precious. Let's see what they're doing with this decision here. 2 cards on top. Oh, don't like that. Well, at least we've got an answer here if we don't meet a daze. That would be the only card they could have, seeing this hand. I like this better. So now we can pay for days. For days. Hopefully this is a spell because they wanted that to flip. Damn it. Here comes the Geist. Alright. 2 cards in hand. I better cross this off. Oh, I wish I could play Bog at instant speed. Let's see if this was a Diabolic Edict, I could pull some shenanigans here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, gotta do what we gotta do. This is when we love Bojuka Bog. Gotta keep that angler honest. Okay, this is getting ugly quick. Gonna show us more cards. Let's see. We know what one of them is. Now we know what 2 of the 3 are. Stormbound Geist is such a good card. I won't lie, I hate seeing it across from me. Unless I'm playing like aggro creatures, which is usually. But not with this build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know he's got that and some mystery card in his hand. I want to save this for other things. Let me go like this and duress. Dismiss all before I reveal, just to keep things nice and neat. Brainstorm in response. Well, we know it's kind of a cool card against this scenario. So he can just show us a bunch of lands and then we'll be kind of dead draw. But we know Angler is eventually in his hand in the next 2 turns. It could be on 2 down. One of these days I'm going to build a deck that has Fairy Mane as like a nice play, nice play. Okay, he's got the Ash Barrens, another Augur. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One away, one away, one away. He probably hit a foil. Okay, well, we're just going to have to take 3 and like it. There's the Augur. And we get to see yet another card. A day shows up. Actually, kind of timely right now. If we don't hit a land, we won't be able to blow up anything. Or play an Augur. It's going to hold back on that Barrens. Who knows what next turn. Let's see. Okay, trips the Barrens now. Grabs a snow-covered swamp and goes like that. Okay, well, we've got days now. And if we grab it, that'll put us at Angler math, so that's cool. Let's dismiss all first. And we'll, let's see, that'll be 5, 6, 7, yeah, we'll do that. Days is in response, we'll just let it be countered, and then we'll hope we didn't grab a foil and cast the Angler. Oh, hey, look at that. Well, this, he has to discard an island for that to work. So we'll go like this. And then we'll just pay our dues with this. And at least we can stop a few of them in. Alright. We don't have an answer for his angler either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it comes. You're playing mono back and just wished you could cast Bog at instant speed. Just saying. Yeah, but it's for all of them. It's not for 2 cards. Lately, that is the way of things. Be nice to have crop rotation. The more I think about it, more it seems like maybe I should be playing a black-green build, but then it'd be slow, and I'd have hundreds of scenarios where I'd be like, you know what, if I was all in on black, I would have won that one. So, believe me, this does okay. Let's, oh, this is a tough one. This is tough. We blow up the swamp. I think we blow up the swamp. We know foil's in his hand. Let's blow up the swamp. That might make him not want to attack. And he might have an edict effect or something like that. I'm willing to risk it. Alright, cool. Foil's nice. Paying 2 cards. And we're going to make him pay 2 more with Wretch Mind. God, I just really need to find a way around. Oh no. I think we're going to lose this with our opponent in like 3 minutes or something. That will suck. Might as well just... Oh, God, I would have attacked with the angler there. It's got foil. I'm going to wait for him to hold it. I'll cast the Wretch next turn. I doubt it's gonna... Yeah, if that flips, we don't have many turns left here. We really need to see some of our removal. Okay, like that play. He can hard cast the foil. Problem with that damn Geist though, boy. Turns it into a lightning bolt instead of a shock if I do that. If I really want to see a dead weight. Yeah. I could see this being more relevant later. If he gushes, could act as land destruction. Who am I kidding? We're going to lose because of these guys, but... Yep. The Geist is a beast. And watch him foil this. It's like, okay. I wonder what he has. Hopefully he'll take 4 minutes to decide. That's about our only out here. Oh, shucks. All right. I guess that works. If he had gone all out, we'd be dead. Because those augers would have hit us and the Delver. We'd be at like 3 life. Be dead this turn. Just saying. Control players need to play aggro sometimes to understand. Combat. Attacking math. No. Now we're really dead. Attack with everything. We take 7. Yeah. Oh man. I'm in such a good mood. I really like this deck, but can't. This is our first loss. Surprising too. Given our opponent handicapped themselves with 2 swamps. And this is usually the scenario, this is the matchup I have wanted to see. But not right now. No, Crypt Rats don't even save us. Alright, well, we can at least have some fun as before we go out with a blaze of nothing. Wretch Mind. Echoing Decay shows up. Alright. Oh, maybe they'll screw up and pitch the Abomination of the Angler, right? Doubt it. That was a interesting play. Okay. Well, we're folding that one up. I want to go over the list here with y'all and get your input on it, though. We went 1-4, is another one of those scenarios that could have easily gone the other way, where we heard that before. But that's our only flat-out loss, which is surprising to me because it usually seems to be a pretty good matchup. So yeah, we lost to Big Green 1-2. RDW 1-2 beat Arshav. I think I'm saying that right now. We beat that one, lost a close one to Burn, which should have been a blowout on their end, but so I'm happy about that. And then Demir is a bit of a surprise. We just got flooded. So I think it's sweet, but I don't know if I've just got delusions or what. What I'm thinking of doing moving forward, we're already bad to a lot of varieties. I think moving forward, I actually might turn 2 of these Sign-In Bloods into Darksteel Pendants. I didn't hear anybody outraged. Maybe you're just being nice. I'm telling you, first turn you can even ritual into them and activate them, or Pete Boggin on once they're out. If you're screwed, you can go find land, vice versa. I doubt that's enough of the reason, but hey, realistically, that last game, if we had one out, outside of like an Oblivion Ring, there's no way to really deal with them, especially for Demir, and we could have prevented a bit of that flood and maybe found those Crucial Edicts or Dead Weights or opposing Anglers and stuff like that. But Shirazman says, cut a land destruction spell for the Bloods. Yeah, could maybe lose a, what is it, a Befoul or such. We'll see. Although I just kind of like that all-in ability there and such. But anyway, I had a great time despite the what the record shows here, guys. And feel free to send any of your attempts at this build, or if any of you happen to 5-0 with it or whatnot, let me know at popaganda@gmail.com. I mean, you can bring in Thorn of the Black Rose. There's the little Pirate 1-1 guys. Everything's kind of valid. It's just, for me, I kept running into, what was it? Affinity. So I need a Deadweight. And it really, really helps with the tribe matchup, which we didn't see today. And it's not really dead against anything. And opposing Anglers are 3/3s. So I really like this card in the list. I don't think we should touch it. 20 feels about right, even though we got a little bit flooded today. I don't know. We'll see. I'm far from being done with this deck. I love it. I don't care how much I lose with it. I enjoy brewing more than anything else. So sue me. All right. It was nice chatting with you today. Have a great weekend. And Syscoms, good luck to you, my friend. I definitely know how that feels. Just keep your chin up and keep loved ones close, and just focus on what really matters in life. And why no bounce lands? I wish there was a mono black bounce land. That would be awesome. But yeah, I've considered, and I have in the archives over to the left here, I have so many variants with splash lands, but like the red flashback and then green for a little bit of fetchability and such. I'm sure there's enough stuff out there right now. I think the right deck's there. I don't know, I'm just trying to make land destruction into the next Boros Bully and forcing my will upon it. It'll probably crash and burn, but who cares? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, guys, love you all. Have a great time. Stay safe out there, especially you guys in the freezing Midwest. And we'll see you next time on Popaganda. Adios. Hey everybody, Deluxecoff here. Just wanted to give a quick thank you to our donations, as you can see over to the side here. It really helps out. We've got new mics and things always being needed for Popaganda and keep the content flowing. So if you can, donate. If not, no biggie. But again, thank you very much to the generous support of the people over here, and we'll see you next time.